see my shorts.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Dave Lee Down Under Podcast. I'm of course your host, Dave Lee, and this is episode 48.
48. It's our bingo call for the week.
It's terrible.
It's shocking, isn't it?
Some good ones and some shite ones.
Can't wait to get to 69 and see what that is.
Oh my gosh. How hard does it go? 90?
Yeah, 90 of it.
Ah, well, there you go. Anyway, the podcast, of course, goes out every single Monday. You can join us every Monday. It goes out on all the major podcasting platforms. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Audible. The visual element is available on YouTube the same day, but if you're a patron supporter, you get 2 days early access to that, so you can get that on the Saturday. All you have to do is head over to patreon.com/Dave Lee Down Under for as little as $1 a month, and you'll get that.
It's cheap.
It's very cheap.
Cheap. $1 a month? Jesus Christ, even I can afford that.
As little as $1 a month, yeah.
No,
you get the access to the early podcast, early cartoon evolutions, all that kind of shite. You can, of course, find me on the regular YouTube. I should first say, podcast now on a second channel.
Has been for ages.
Still now.
We should all know.
Is right now is there. If you're watching, hit subscribe, watch the whole video, like it, all that shit. Gotta get the stats up.
Gotta get the numbers up.
We need I think we're on 700 subscribers, maybe just
another 300 odd.
300, and then another 1,000 hours watch time. So we're nearly there. Nearly there. Just rack it up, guys.
And don't leave it. Don't just leave it running in the background.
No, don't
Not let it do that. Not let it tell you to do that.
Can't tell you to do it. You can of course find me on the regular YouTube channel at Dave Lee. You can't tell them to do that. Can't tell them. You can find me on YouTube, the regular channel Dave Lee Down Under, of course. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and Letterboxd. Find me on all that kind of shit. There's links down the bottom of every podcast, whether you're watching the video, whether you're listening, whatever. If you want to write in the show, you can tune in at daveleepod@gmail.com. If you're listening on the podcast platforms, please leave a review and a rating.
Only good ones. Shit ones are shit.
Yeah, the good ones help a lot.
Yeah, they do.
But the shit ones don't help.
They just give us a complex.
Yep.
Make me curl up in the corner and...
Yeah.
It takes a bit to get me to curl up in the corner, let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, there we go. We beat the music today by 30 seconds.
Ooh.
How good is that? Whizzing through.
Doesn't often happen.
We've got a big show today. Lots of shite to talk about.
Ooh, we're going to crack into it then.
We better crack right into it, huh? We keep updating people on the lockdown situation here in Melbourne.
Oh, it just goes on and on.
Well, we're told what, Monday? It was like, oh, hey, we're going to have some details for you tomorrow, which maybe Tuesday. They were like, oh, we'll have some details for you tomorrow. We're going to announce like the easing of restrictions because we're supposed to open on what, the 3rd?
Today? Today we were supposed to have opened up again.
Friday.
Sorry, last Friday.
Yeah, last Friday. Today.
Last Friday, that's right.
As we record on a Friday.
How did your injection go today?
Oh, yeah, I hope it went really well. Knock wood. Yeah, as you're listening to this, I'll be fully jacked up with my first vax.
I've got my second.
You got your second last week?
Last week, yeah. 3 days ago. Last week.
You just have to say last week and you
last
covered.
Week, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I am too. Yeah, good.
There you go. I've got a call with the doc. Well, I had a call from the doc on Friday. In reality, I'm going to have to take a call from the doc halfway through this podcast, so you'll probably hear my phone go off at some point because I'm going to talk to him about what vax I'm going to get. Because when I initially booked it, I was only able to get the AstraZeneca.
Yep.
Which for the longest time they were saying, do not get it if you're under 50 years old or whatever, and then under 60,
under 50 initially,
and then they were like, hey, everyone can get it.
And then they said, don't get it. 2 days after I got mine, they said, if you're under 60, don't get it.
Yeah.
You might have luck.
So anyway, when I first booked it, it was the only one that was available to me, and then I was a bit sneaky. I was like, I'm going to book it a month ahead because who knows what's going to happen in this month period between I booked it. And just so happens like 2 weeks after I booked, they were like, hey, Pfizer's available to everyone. So now the Pfizer's available to me. I don't even have to change this. Apparently, I don't have to change my booking. I just get the offer of the two.
Yeah, no, when I went last week, there were two lines. So people were
go.
coming through, and as they were checking you in, they were asking which one are you getting, and they said to me, they looked at me and they said, "Oh, are you getting the AstraZeneca?" I said, "Yeah, well, that's the first one I had, so I've got to get the second one."
Righto. So I'll do that. I'll just jump in the Pfizer line.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I've got to talk to the doc.
Speak to the doc,
said,
see what he says.
See what he thinks. I'm sure he'll probably say Pfizer, or he'll probably say whatever.
He'll probably say, just do it. Don't care, just get it done.
So anyway, I'll take that call, or I took that call last week. Looking forward to that.
I went and saw him yesterday, last week.
Last week, yeah. So anyway, we were told like Monday, Tuesday, we're like, we're going to announce some more easing of the restrictions, and all it was, well, actually, we're not going to open up out of lockdown until we've reached 70% vaccinated in the public.
Oh, first vax.
Well, yeah, first vax, 70%. But then even at 70%, they're saying restrictions aren't going to ease very much at all.
No, open playgrounds.
That's it. It's like literally...
Let you have an extra hour's exercise a week.
Yeah, and then 5K radius goes to 10K. And that's it. So they reckon that we're...
Still got to work at home.
They reckon we'll still be in lockdown until probably like October, November. Well, November, because they reckon that at once we reach 80% double vaxxed, 80% double vaxxed, we can open up again. The citizens who are vaxxed, the world will open it back up to them, they have said. So if you're not vaxxed...
see what happens.
It's interesting, yeah. So
if you're not vaxxed in Australia, get out and get it done.
Get it done, guys.
It's the only way we're going to get our lives back.
If you're anywhere in the world, go and get vaxxed.
Oh, yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
I would say just about everyone's eligible for vax now. I think we're at least one of the last countries that was like, that's finally started rolling on the vaccine.
I think here, I don't know about anywhere else in the world, but under 12, I don't think they do here.
No.
Nothing's been approved for under 12.
So anyway, if you're somewhere you can get the vax, go and fucking do it, guys. I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you advice on what vax to get, but just go and do it. Do what's right for you. Do the right thing for the people out there.
Do the right thing for your country. Do the right thing for your...
Yeah.
All those people that are struggling and stuff.
Yeah.
It's the only way we're going to be able to help out and get things back on track.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And I don't think it's ever going to be fully back on track for a long time.
Not for a long time, but they're talking about opening up international travel by December here, as long as like 80% are vaxxed, and they're talking low-risk countries, which includes the UK somehow, and the US. And
because they're still getting what, 30,000 a day or something?
Something like that. They don't really care. They just don't care. But it's like, it's different now. It's different over here now. Because everyone's vaxxed, no one's getting it. No mask mandate.
No one's getting it, no. Only 30,000 people. Yeah.
Well, they're saying, no one's dying from it now, so what's it matter if I get it? Not as many. Yeah, but, anyway. Beyond the point, we won't get into political stuff. But anyway, we're still in lockdown for a long while.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be fun. Going to be a fun few months.
It'd be interesting to see what happens if you're double vaxxed and you come back to Australia, whether you've got a hotel quarantine.
I don't think so. I think they were saying you won't have to. As long as
that's what they've been talking about, but there's not been much talk about it lately.
Interesting.
And I think New South Wales, I think they were talking about doing that by November.
Oh, well, there you go. It'll be home quarantine or some shit, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyhow, as a result of all this, the postal system is fucked. Still. Oh my God, I've had parcels sitting in Sydney for like 2 weeks, just sitting there, just waiting to go out. One finally moved from Queensland, like 2 days ago, and then arrived pretty quickly after that. But that had been sitting there for like a week, at least a week and a half, just sitting there, doing nothing. But apparently just everything's just so clogged up, and they're putting restrictions on postal pickup or parcel pickup, or don't really know what that means.
I don't know what that is.
Whether that means they've restricted how many parcels they're sending around, or whether that means there's restrictions on going into the post office and picking up I don't know. But anyway, the postal system's completely rogered at the moment. Yep. And this parcel, I think I talked about it last week. Did I talk about it last week in the show? Had a parcel coming from Derek, one of our followers out there. Great guy. He I'm sure I talked about this. I got him to get me some of the Disney Movie Club things.
Yeah,
Paid him for him, of course. He sent them over. They landed in Sydney, and then like 3 days after they left. Well, they left Sydney, and then like a week after that, we get another flag on the tracking which says it's in Chicago. And then Ozpost is trying to give me some shit about, it was actually never in Australia because there's no scans on our system. It must be the USPS use predictive tracking, which means that they just predict where the parcel should be.
What a load of bullshit.
Which completely goes against the idea of tracking to begin with. So I've had Derek get onto USPS, and they were like, yeah, that's not a thing. Predictive tracking, I know what you're talking about. And he's like, no, the parcel has definitely gone to Australia and it's come back, and we can't tell you why it's come back. And then he got onto a second person a couple of days later, and the guy was like, what did the guy tell him? I can't remember what the guy told him. He gave him a little bit more. He gave him a little bit more information where it sounded like it was back on the way. And then a few days later, we get another tracking thing. It's like, whoops, it's in Sydney again.
Yeah.
It's just left Sydney again. So I don't know if it's on the way to Melbourne or it's on the way back to Chicago again. Who knows? We'll keep it tracked. But by the sounds of it, the parcel isn't lost. It's just floating around out there. Fucking God knows what it's doing.
Parcel ping pong. That's what it is.
It'll sort itself out. It
might be 3 months' time, but
exactly
hopefully it'll sort itself out.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed, knock wood, all
That's
that.
one you've had to pay for too.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It's never ones you don't pay for that go missing. It's only the ones you pay for.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, all the ones that get sent into review and stuff, they're here like bang on time. Well, most of those are sent courier anyway.
Well, that one you got a good one this morning though.
Oh yeah,
that was incredible.
Yeah, because JB Hi-Fi are doing free shipping over $100 orders at the moment, and they're doing like a big sale which is 20% off, and then they've also got the buy two get one free on, so you can stack them on top of each other. I placed an order yesterday morning, and it arrived less than 24 hours later the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, this morning.
No, on Friday.
On
so you
Friday,
ordered on
Friday,
Thursday, landed on Friday.
Yeah. Like within 20 hours.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone else, Blake.
Oh,
he placed an order as well, and he said it came that same day.
Really?
Arrived that afternoon.
Because somebody's sitting around not got much to do.
Yeah. So that's crazy. But you can actually do a thing now which is called store to door, which you pay a little extra, and someone from the shop, your local shop, will deliver it to your front door. Yeah.
Oh, how
They
awesome.
say it's their way of keeping their employees employed
busy and
busy and doing stuff. Yeah.
Oh, good
That's
move.
pretty good. But this Express, you get it free Express, $100.
That was a courier this morning.
This morning was a courier. Yeah. It wasn't. It came from Toll or something like that, and just overnight, just arrived here from. It came from a store, but it wasn't the store to door. It was a courier.
No, a store that's about 35k away, something like that, 40k away.
Because usually what JB will do is if there is a store that has the stock of everything you've ordered, they'll send it from the store instead of sending it from the warehouse.
Yeah.
Because I believe a lot of the time they just want to get rid of the surplus out of the stores.
Mm.
So there you go.
And we discovered something the other day. You discovered something the other day too.
What was that?
Gets a bit worrisome when your collection of Blu-rays have got more titles in it than a JB Hi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, because I was placing my order. I was like, I'll just check out what Blu-rays they have just in case there's anything I've missed over the years. And, yeah, they JB's selling 2,800 and something Blu-ray titles currently in their system anyway.
And we've got a few more than that.
Yeah, we've... let me look. I know we have almost 7,000 titles in the collection. Jesus. That's not all Blu-ray, though.
No.
Let me just double-check. Well, almost 6,500 titles. Blu-ray is 4,741 titles currently. Haven't scanned in this morning's ones yet, though. There's maybe another 6 or 7 out there.
Bloody
or
hell.
6, to be about 6. No, 8. 8 titles, I think, are sitting out there to scan in. But yeah, we have almost double the amount of titles that JB are actually selling.
It's a bit of a worry.
It's a little bit of a worry. Jeez. I did my tax returns recently and had to add up how much money I spend on sort of everything so I can fucking hell.
Yeah.
Hide that one from Alicia. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about this paperwork.
She's not listening.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she will be.
She doesn't listen.
Doesn't she? That's good.
No, she doesn't listen. Jesus, I've fucking flipped. Like, jeez. Got to stop spending. And now I've just jumped on the JB sale. Spent another couple $100 yesterday. Shit. No.
That's nuts.
Anyway, we got one review coming for the podcast this week.
Did we?
Yeah.
Good one? Or?
I think so. They didn't leave a... because we implored everyone out there last week, please, leave us reviews. We love it. We got one. It wasn't a text review. I said to everyone, just leave a review. Doesn't matter if you write anything. Just give us like a star rating. And we got 1 new star rating review in. It must have been a 5 because the rating didn't drop. So thank you.
Or it was a 4.9.
Or a 4.9. Well, yeah, because it is on 4.9. Thank you to whoever you are who left a good review. Everyone else out there, please do the same. Follow the good...
And leave your name so we can shout out.
Yeah, leave a name, leave a little nice little comment, and we'll read it out on the pod.
Yeah.
Get involved.
Unless we get 300 flooding.
Hey,
that's unlikely.
My friend Radio Mike, who does the podcast, 20th Century Boy,
yep,
and the Harry Potter and the Boys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He did a crowdfunding thing with his listeners to get a 1-800 number. So they raised like $300, $400, whatever it is, to reserve this 1-800 number, and it's 1-800-GET-FUCKED.
Oh,
yeah. And so he's got this hotline for the podcast, and people just call in, leave like a voice message, and it might be like a few people that ring in every week, and he'll play them and whatever else. But this week he posted, I think he must have posted on Twitter. Sorry, not Twitter, on TikTok. This video about explaining 1-800-GET-FUCKED. He's been getting a little bit of traction on TikTok at the moment, and this tweet kind of went like semi-viral. It was like 20,000 views or something, 20,000 views, and the hotline got flooded, like
really?
over 1,000 calls called in, and it was just like people just like, hey, get fucked. He says we've ruined the hotline. I shouldn't have done this. You've ruined the hotline.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Quite funny.
What can we get?
Don't know. Jeez. 1-800-GET-FUCKED. So if you want to go and call Radio Mike, call 1-800-GET-FUCKED. I don't know what the digits of that are, but 1-800-GET-FUCKED, and tell Mike that Dave Lee Down Under sent you. Do it, please. Just do it. I implore anyone out there in Australia, do it, please.
Oh, that's funny.
That's about all we've been up to.
We should do it now.
We should. Hey, I wonder what happens. Actually, let's do it. Let's give it a call. We got to connect this to the dock first.
Oh yeah,
you're throwing a curly one to me.
Oh, well,
do it on Bluetooth. I think it's the Bluetooth.
Yeah,
no, is it the phone? No, it is Bluetooth. Definitely.
I think it's Bluetooth.
Bluetooth Rodecaster Pro. Unconnect. iPhone can no longer connect. Oh, forget device and then pair it again.
Oh, God.
See, this is what I mean. Got to be prepared for the old link up. The podcast is... Oh, we got to turn the Bluetooth on.
That helps.
That'll help. Okay, here we go.
Here
Rodecaster
we
Pro.
Go.
Mike does listen to the podcast. He's a patron.
Does he? Oh, that's good.
So he'll hear this. I think he's a few weeks behind, so I'll get a message in like a month being like, hey, I just heard it. Okay, so 1-800. Is that coming through? It is coming through.
You can hear it. Just say,
for
Radio Mike, get fucked.
Yeah, I will. 438. Is it? It must be FKD. FK.
No, maybe not.
Well, let's try. Let's have a look. See what happens.
Hey, thanks for calling 1-800-GET-FUCKED. We're not available to take your call at the moment, so either get fucked or leave a message after the beep.
Hey, Radio Mike, it's Dave Lee Down Under here from the Dave Lee Down Under podcast.
And old man Rick.
How's it going? Hey, we just ringing you. I saw your post about how your hotline got absolutely slammed with people telling you get fucked, so we thought we'd get in on it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Radio Mike,
get fucked. See you later, mate. Have a good one. There we go. That was a bit of fun. So, yeah, it's 1-800-438-353.
Go back and
just go back. 1-800-438-353. 1-800-GET-FUCKED. There you go. Thanks, Radio Mike. Well, that was a bit of fun.
Hope he gets that.
Nice and spontaneous here on the podcast, as always. I'll just unpair that just in case my call from the dock decides to come through the board. Yeah, exactly. So that's about all we've been up to this week. Let's talk about... let me make sure I got my sound effects queued up properly here. For this segment, which is
What a picture. Good picture, yeah. That'd be so much fun.
what we've been watching. Yeah, there you go. What we've been watching this week, huh?
Who's that? Who's the voice on that? Is that a little bit at the end?
Al Pacino.
Oh, that's right.
And
You have told me that before.
yeah, Al Pacino and DiCaprio.
Because it sounds like Mel Brooks.
Yeah, you said that last time.
Did I? No.
Yeah.
I'll say it again next time as well.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so this week, what we've been watching, hey, we got a letterbox wrapped for you for the month of August. 45 movies this month, which is the third best all year. I just missed out on last month, which was 46. One short. If I'd just squeezed 2 more movies in there, I would have overtaken last month. January is still the best of the year with 59 movies.
Had a bit of downtime.
Had a lot of time on my hands in January. So that makes 348 movies so far this year. Yeah. Slowly catching up on 2020, which was 565.
Yeah, you won't catch that.
It's not going to happen now, I don't think.
No.
Unless I just binge a bunch of shit. The actors haven't changed very much. Jean-Claude Van Damme still remains in the top spot, alongside casting director Andrea Romano, who obviously did a bunch of bit parts in those DC movies I smashed through a little while back.
Mm-hmm.
They still remain in the top spot with 9 films each, but The Rock has moved into second spot with 8 films.
Ooh.
Now, the 8th film, now we watched a bunch of Fast and Furious movies. We, of course, watched Jungle Cruise, watched something else. And then last month, we watched a movie that he did a little cameo in. I won't say the movie because I don't want to spoil it, but he did a little cameo in a movie we watched last week, which technically bumped him up a spot to 8th spot. And he has taken over from longtime rival Vin Diesel and Paul Walker.
Punching on.
Yeah, and Paul Walker. Both Vin Diesel and Paul Walker were at 7 films. The Rock has moved up to 8. God. So we just got to squeeze in a couple more Rock films, and he could beat. It's The Rock. The Rock's taken Vin Diesel out, and now he's eyeing off JCVD.
Ooh.
Oh, it's the fight of the century.
Big time.
Directors remain the same. We've got Jay Oliver with 6, who's one of the DC film directors, followed by Justin Lin, who's directed a bunch of the Fast and Furious movies, and then Sam Liu on 5, who directed a bunch of the DC movies. This is the problem when you watch a bunch of franchise stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It just completely floods it. But Clint Eastwood has moved up to 2nd spot, or 3rd spot, alongside Ron Howard with 4 films. Actually watched The Gauntlet a couple of weeks back.
Good film, that.
It was a good film. And now he's on 4 films. So we've got to squeeze in another couple with Clint. I know we're going to watch his new movie, Crime Macho, that comes out later in the year. So we'll likely, that'll bump him up a spot. Might chuck in another few, and who knows, Clint might win the race. There you go.
Make it happen.
We're going to make it happen.
So there's some great Clint stuff.
Yeah, no. Well, we've still got, what month are we in now? September, October, November, December, 4 months left of the year. So there we go. Let's see how we go.
And we just started spring here in Australia too.
We did,
Couple of glorious days in Melbourne.
Yeah, the weather's changed instantly.
First and second were beautiful mid-20s, sun out, barely a breath of air. Gorgeous days.
Yep, lovely. Instantly.
Well, I'm in shorts and thongs today.
Yeah, first of the month, bang.
Yeah, it was great.
It changed. I've gone from full blast heater in my little room to
nothing.
Doors wide open.
Heaters are off. Doors are open.
It's great times.
It's going to get shitty again the next few days, though.
Probably. Anyway,
move on.
Yeah, moving along. We haven't got the time today.
No.
What did we watch this week? Didn't watch much in the way of catalogue titles this week. I took a couple of days. Today, podcast. And yesterday, I was recording for Andy Lee's The 100 again. So I did a few more episodes of that. You can see me on the screen on most episodes.
Got to look quick.
Got to look quick because it's
glasses
not
on
there long.
You'll miss it.
But I did get in the 3 Smokey and the Bandit movies early this week. I finally got a chance to get to my pile because there's been like a week break between stuff coming in from distributors.
Yeah.
I've got heaps of shit on the way. Nothing's arrived yet. So if nothing arrives by the end of today, then I've got a whole weekend where I can just watch my own stuff, which would be nice. So anyway, I cracked on with the Smokey and the Bandit films because Random Space Media sent me in the 3-film collection a little while back. I've been watching The Honeymooners at the moment, which is the classic series with Jackie Gleason.
Jackie Gleason, yeah.
And he was in Smoking the Bandit, of course. He was the Smokey, the cop.
Yep.
And Lieutenant Justice or whatever his name is. And I thought, I may as well watch these Smokey movies. They're sitting here. I'd seen the first one must be a long time ago now. I didn't remember any of it, but I really liked the first one. And I was like, I'll go back to it. And then I watched 2 and 3. Fucking hell. Just get worse.
Yeah.
Dreadful.
One was great. Loved one.
One's
Second was
terrific.
okay, but...
Yeah, it was all right. Not as good. Nowhere near it.
But the third one... Pile of dog shit.
Well, yeah. Burt Reynolds wasn't in it. Neither was Sally Field.
No.
Apparently, it was originally called Smokey is the Bandit, and they had Jackie Gleason in the role of both Justice and the Bandit. Because Jackie Gleason was known for doing all these characters and stuff. He had been awesome.
Yeah.
They had, because he used to do characters and stuff. He used to do like a variety sketch show kind of thing. The Honeymooners was a spin-off of his sketch show.
That's right.
And then throughout his career, he kept doing that character on telly in different little sketches. Anyway, so he was known for doing these characters. And so they're like, let's make this like a Jackie Gleason vehicle where he plays both Smokey and the Bandit. Apparently they tested it with audiences and audiences hated it. So they reshot it all with the second in lead played by Jerry Reed. Jerry Reed.
Yeah.
He was Bandit's mate in the first movie.
The truck driver.
Yeah, and the second one. And then in the third one, he takes on the mantle of Bandit. He's dressed up in the full gear and he's like, I'm Bandit now, yeah. It's terrible. Just as bad.
It's been years since I've seen that.
But whenever you see all the stunt sequences, they just used all the same stunt sequences that are already filmed. So you've got this huge guy, obviously Jackie Gleason's stunt double. So every time you see the Bandit, it's like this big guy. Oh, it's dreadful. It's so funny. Bad. It's an awful movie.
You notice in a lot of old films, when they have a stunt driver, it looks absolutely nothing like them.
Yeah, they didn't care then.
No
one paid attention. You went to see it at the cinema once, and that was it.
Yeah.
There's no scrutiny like today where you're watching. You go, hang on a minute, rewind that, pause it, zoom in. That's not Jerry Reed. That's a big guy. No one would have noticed in the day. Anyway, dreadful movie. But Smoking the Bandit 1 is great. You can get that box set from Random Space Media if you like. I recommend it. I'd recommend watching them all. They're fun.
It's good fun.
Crap. Newer titles that we watched this week. Cruella. You got to watch Cruella for the first time. You liked it. I thought you would.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would because I'm not a huge fan of that.
Yeah, the fantasy stuff.
Yeah. But I actually really quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, really good. She's great.
What's her name?
Emma Stone.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
she's really good in it.
Yeah.
And so was the other bird, what's her name?
Emma Thompson.
It's Emma Thompson, that's
the two
right.
Emmas, yeah.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah,
I did enjoy it.
Really enjoyed it. So that's the second time.
It was unlike what I was really expecting.
Yeah.
Nothing like what I was expecting.
It's a bit different to the normal Disney sort of live action fairy tale kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a musical, so it's got that going for it.
Thank Christ for that.
We
all know how much I love musicals.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to love one we're going to talk about in a minute. But yeah, anyway, I enjoyed it for the second time. I really liked it. It's a great movie. They're doing a second one now. They've announced just recently. I don't know if we mentioned the pod. Anyway, yeah, they're doing a second one, which is probably it's just 101 Dalmatians again.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, enjoyed that one. Glad to hear you liked it. We followed that up with Freaky. This was the body swap horror comedy with Vince Vaughn.
Oh.
And the name of the woman in it escapes me, but he body swaps. It's like a horror spin on Freaky Friday, where they swap bodies, or kind of like that Rob Schneider film. Remember the hot chick?
Yeah.
Where like the mid-30s, 40-year-old guy swaps bodies with like a 18-year-old girl. Sort of similar thing where Vince Vaughn, who's like a serial killer, swaps bodies with Catherine Newton, of course. And she's like a younger girl, like an 18-year-old girl. And they swap bodies. What do you think about this one?
It was
all right. I liked it, but it's very violent.
Was a bit.
Very violent.
Was a bit.
Yeah.
But it was almost comical violence.
Well, yeah, it's a comedy. So, yeah, it's a comedy. It was okay. It's from Blumhouse, who do some of the best horror stuff at the moment. They did what we have seen from them, The Invisible Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of other stuff, which escapes me again. But yeah, Jason Blum, he does a lot of horror stuff, but this was like their comedy horror thing. It was all right. It was fun. It was like a late night movie. You're like, it's only like 80 minutes long.
Don't know if I could say it's worth a watch, but
100 minutes. If you like that kind of stuff, I think you'd like it. If you're like a slasher fan, horror fan. But if you're not, maybe not. It's okay.
It was all right.
I
don't know. I won't ever watch it again.
No, I won't. I won't either. Let's talk about some movie reviews, like some bigger stuff we watched this week. Yeah, I won't bother with that one. I put a couple of other things in there, but we won't bother talking about them because they're average. Let's talk about movies that come out this week that we've seen. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
And it was...
Well, we don't know. We didn't get to see it.
No.
Fucking hell, man.
Because we're in lockdown, we're not allowed to go out.
You know, the saddest thing I saw all week, man, because they've delayed it in Victoria, where we are, Melbourne.
Yep. And
they've delayed it in New South Wales, Sydney.
Yep.
Everywhere else in the country who are out of lockdown, they get the movie. The movie's open. So the saddest thing I saw all week is people posting pictures. Oh, premiere of Shang-Chi, yeah.
Bastards.
Fucking hell. On the red carpet, getting all treated nice. I'm thinking,
told you, we're going to move to Queensland.
I know. Yeah. So anyway, we're not going to get Shang-Chi for a long while. They have said they're going to delay it to the 16th in Victoria and New South, but given that we're still going to be in lockdown at that point, that's probably not going to happen.
And they weren't even doing screeners or anything, were they, for that?
No. The directive from Global Marvel was no screeners to anyone in the world. So I didn't get a screener, couldn't view it, couldn't review it. So I don't know when we're going to see it because lockdown's going to go until, like we said, probably at least November.
Probably November.
By that point, I think the movie's going to Disney Plus after 45 days. So I think that's when we'll end up seeing it in about a month and a half.
More than likely.
Disney Plus.
And then you'll probably have to pay for it too.
Yeah, they haven't said, but probably, but I'll fucking pay for it. I just want to see it. By that point, I would have had it spoiled for me on Twitter. I've blocked it. I've muted the word Shang-Chi. I've muted the word Chi, Sean. I've blocked all the... I've blocked Legend of the Ten Rings. I've blocked all the actors, just everything I could think of, so that it doesn't fucking pop up in my feed. But something always slips through where someone just like posts a clip of the movie without typing anything. So obviously that kind of stuff will slip through. I'm just trying to be very vigilant at the moment. So I can't. Apparently, there's a lot of like big kind of like cameos and just all this great stuff. Apparently, the post-credit scene is terrific. So we're not going to get to see it for a little while.
Ah, well.
You know what? You can't do anything about it. So
exactly.
Whatever. Right. So
see
we'll wait.
When we see it.
Yeah, sadly won't get to see it in the cinema. Probably won't get to see it in the cinema unless they do like a limited screening at the end of it.
You have to watch it here in our theatre.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's decent consolation.
Turn the volume up a little bit more. And
it'll do the job. Okay, one that I watched this week. You didn't watch it. Cinderella. This is the new one for Amazon Prime Video. It's got Camila Cabello in it. Pop star Camila Cabello. It's got Idina Menzel, Elsa from Frozen. Billy Porter.
Idina Menzel, is it?
Adele Dazeem, yeah. Minnie Driver, Piers Brosnan, and James Corden are all in it.
You hate James Corden.
I can't stand the guy. He's I can't stand him.
I don't mind him.
He's just dreadful. Actually, check this out, hey? This is a video that went viral on the internet. This film, I think, was James Corden's idea. And he pushed it into production. He produced it, all this shit. This is a clip that kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a leak, but you know how occasionally James Corden will do like this stunt where they do like a flash mob in the middle of a busy highway in LA and just pisses everyone off?
In the middle of an intersection or something.
So they've done one for Cinderella. They haven't actually aired the segment yet, but someone was filming this in their car. Let's take a look. Imagine how you would feel imagine you're going to work. You got a busy day. Fuck, I'm running a little bit late to work. I got to get to work, and then this fucking happens to you first thing in the morning.
And for you, because you don't like the bloke.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Here we go.
Let's get loud.
Oh, God.
Fucking James Corden standing there in a mouse suit, fucking air humping. I'd be like, piss off! Get out of here! Get to work. Why are you late? Fucking James Corden was in a mouse suit, fucking humping the air.
And your boss would go, yeah, right.
Yeah, get real.
Yeah,
I've got the video. Have a look. Fucking hell, man. That would piss me off. That would piss me off. If it was someone I liked, I don't know, maybe I'd be like, hey, that's cool. No, that's so annoying. Anyway, so Cinderella was not a good movie.
No.
It was not. It was not good.
It doesn't even have a rating yet.
No, because it's not released yet. But it has a 37% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. It was down as low as about 33% yesterday. It's crawled up a little bit as more people are filtering in slightly positive reviews. Yeah. It's 90% audience score. Oh, the movie hasn't even opened, but the audience has given it 90%. All the Camila Cabello fans are out in full force, probably these younger ones who every time a movie like this with the pop star in the lead, of course their fans come out. I suppose
if you like High School Musical or something like that, you probably like it.
Well, it's made by the person, the director, Kay Cannon, writer-director, who did Pitch Perfect. Oh. It's very similar to Pitch Perfect. It's what you would call a jukebox musical, which is like modern music interspersed. There's like 2 new songs in there. Most of it is just modern shit. It's like Queen, Madonna, J-Lo, Ed Sheeran, just like a mix of everything kind of thrown in there. The White Stripes, random. Anyway, so yeah, all the Camilla fans have come out and they're all like, this is the best. And I've been all right. I've been spared on my comments so far. There's been a few crazies in there. As happens when you give like a negative review to something with
you
like Camila Cabello. When I reviewed Stargirl for Disney Plus, the lead girl Grace Vandervoort has a huge following, and I had all the crazies come out like Taylor Swift, all that kind of stuff. You get like these fan bases who rightly come out and defend the person they love, but they get like a little bit heated over it. It's like the Star Wars fandom, but for pop stars.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, I've been spared, but other people I know are just getting absolutely flooded. So anyway, they've obviously gone onto Rotten Tomatoes and just like flooded it with good reviews. It may have had a small theatrical showing, maybe. So maybe they are people who have watched the movie. I can't say, but
I'm glad I didn't see it.
Hey, you want to see a little clip of it? I'll give you an idea of what this movie's like.
That's all right for me.
I'll give you an idea. This is the official clip they released to promote the film.
Right.
This is the best thing they could find to promote the movie. Here we go.
This is gorgeous!
Yes, future queen, yes!
What's that, Prince? You'd like to dance? Get in line, Your Highness.
Hold on.
Wow, they're beautiful. They're glass. Any way you can make them more comfortable.
No.
But you're magic.
Women's shoes are as they are. Even magic has its limits.
Like she is not an actor. I can't be too mean on her because she's not an actor.
Right.
She's a singer. It's the same deal with like people going, LeBron James sucked in Space Jam. He's a sportsman. He's not an actor.
Yeah, but there's a difference between being a sportsman and being a singer.
Performer.
Most singers are they're performers and they can act and they part of their bloody.
I can't be too mean on her because she's not. This is the first thing she's had, but the main vibe I get from this movie is let's make something that is a star vehicle for Camilla and try and make her a fucking star. And it's not working.
Well, not for us it hasn't, but
no.
It will. It'll work for her.
Her fans will love it. I'm sure there are people out there who love it. I gave this, and again, I've said this many times, that I'm very generous with my reviews half the time and my ratings. I gave it 2.5. Only because...
Based on that, I would have given it a 1.
That's probably very close to probably what I should have given it. But production design is very good on the movie. There are some decent things about it. But I also have to take into account there are people who are going to love this movie out there.
Right.
So I probably should have maybe at least bumped it to a 2. But yeah.
No, it just looks like tripe to me.
Awful.
Absolute tripe.
It's a really bad movie. It's really bad. So anyway, if you're a Camila Cabello fan, I'm sure you'll love it if you love Pitch Perfect, all that kind of stuff. And not a huge like musical fan.
Particularly that sort of musical.
Well, that kind of music, like the Broadway. Hang on, I've got another clip. I'll probably get copyright slam for this, but I'm just going to play small. This will give you an idea of the music that's coming out of this, okay? Camila Cabello,
No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Camila Cabello is not a bad singer. She's not a bad... some of her music's okay. I think I bought her first album. I didn't like it. I liked a couple of her tracks that they released as like singles, and you buy the album, you're like, yeah, the album's not very good.
Yeah.
But she's quite clearly singing out of her range here. She wrote this song. This is one of the only songs that's in the movie, and singing well out of her range, and they've used auto-cue. Not auto-cue, auto-tune.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go.
When I feel my fear staring at me, I tell it, just wait and see. I know who I'm gonna be. I know who I'm gonna be. The world's half asleep. It's gonna wake up and sing.
Okay, enough. Enough.
That gives you an idea of the music.
Enough.
So it's that kind of theatrical, kind of over-the-top music that's not good. Anyway, I can't be too mean on her or whatever. I'm sure this thing works for its audience. It's just
The 10 to 13-year-old girls will love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure they will.
The core demographic of Camila Cabello. Look, I watched this because I like the Disney stuff. The Disney Cinderella that was made only 6 years ago, 2015, with Lily James, is my favourite of the live-action remakes.
Right.
It's an incredible film. Kenneth Branagh was behind the wheel of that, so you know what you're going to get. It wasn't really a musical, a couple of songs. Lily James is incredible, but this is quite clearly just a rip-off of that. Like so much of it just lent from the Disney film, and anyway,
that's awful.
I've had my say on the movie. There is a review out there. You can go and check it out. I'm probably a little less scathing than I am here. But this was not a great movie. Not very good. Let's talk about something we did enjoy, though. Vacation Friends. We watched this last week. This has just dropped on Disney Plus, or if you're over in the States, it's a Hulu film. It's come to Disney Plus Star here. This is a made-for streaming film starring John Cena, Lil Rel Howery, Meredith Hagner, and Yvonne Orji. And it is a comedy, sort of like a Hangover style.
Yeah.
Almost
like a buddy comedy.
Buddy comedy, sort of like adult, more adult kind of. I think it's an R rating. I think it got an R rating. It's from 20th Century Studios, or 20th Century Pictures, whatever they call themselves now. And I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it was all right.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was enjoyable.
It's not a great film,
I
but
thought it was going to be dreadful.
Yeah, it's much better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, Disney gave me a screener for it, and the what do you call it? The embargo didn't lift until the moment that it dropped on Disney Plus, which is always a bad sign when they push the screener as far as they can. And I think they were probably a bit worried about this. Most people that I spoken to about the movie or seen write about it going into it were like, yeah, this is going to be dreadful. It was actually pretty good.
For what it was meant to be, it was pretty good.
Not the best movie.
John Cena's a shit actor.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But he's a wrestler. He's not an actor.
He's fun.
I suppose wrestlers are actors, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, shouldn't say that. He gets slammed.
Yeah, but he's fun, though. I like him and stuff.
Yeah, so do I.
Lil Rel Howery is becoming one of my favourites very quickly.
Really enjoy him.
Yeah, he's randomly appeared in a whole bunch of stuff we watched recently, and I'm really starting to enjoy him.
Yeah.
And the two ladies that were in it as well, again, Meredith Hagner, Yvonne Orji, they're both terrific. Just a really good, just a fun, stupid Friday night film. And check out the scores on this one. This one has a 6.3 on IMDb, which is pretty decent. Yeah. And it has a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Shit. Is that a critics or a...
That's the critic score. Yeah, actually,
really?
I didn't look at the... let me have a look.
I thought it was... Score.
I thought, I'm going to look at this, it's going to be dreadful. But no, it's actually... Vacation Friends. It's actually been well received, relatively well received. Critics gave it 60%, and audiences gave it a 49. Rotten,
which is a bit odd.
Which is odd that critics favoured this.
Yeah, exactly.
Over audiences.
It's normally the other way around.
Yeah, especially for some stupid comedy like this.
Exactly right.
But yeah, I had fun with it. Yeah. We didn't watch the screener. I just didn't have time to watch it and do a review. It's not something that would have got traction anyway. So we just watched it after it dropped on Disney Plus last Friday night, the Friday before last Friday night.
What's her name? Meredith?
Meredith Hagner, yeah.
I had to while we're watching, I had to get onto IMDb to get her name and see what her lineage is.
Yeah.
Because she looks like, what's her name? Kate.
Oh, yeah, Kate Bos... No, not Kate Bosworth. Fucking, I know who you mean. Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Goldie Hawn's daughter, yeah. Oh, you're going to take
I'm going to take a phone call. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, cool. Take a break. While he's doing that, we'll just continue on WA.
All right, I'm back. How
was that?
That's good.
That's good.
I'm nice and worry-free now about the vaccine. But
you were stressed about it.
Either or, he sort of told me. Don't take this as medical advice because it depends on the individual person.
No, exactly
but
right.
I've been given the go-ahead to. I'll probably be fine with whatever vaccine
either.
I'm given. Yeah,
good.
Pros and cons of both, but just keep your eyes and for any complications afterwards. But they're able to jump on it pretty quickly.
Yep, good.
If you get in there soon. Anyway,
good.
Anyway,
just get vaxxed.
Yes, exactly right.
Just got to do it.
All right, so sorry about that, the technical difficulties.
There's probably a greater risk of not being vaxxed than there is
that's what
being
you were
vaxxed.
saying anyway, yes. There you go. So, sorry for the technical difficulties, but this just shows you that this is raw and I couldn't be fucked editing it very much.
Fair enough.
So there you go. Okay, so we're talking about Vacation Friends. You were talking about you had to look up Meredith Hagner's lineage because you thought she looked like Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, Goldie Hawn.
Kate
or
Bosworth.
Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
I can never remember her name, Kate Hudson, for some reason.
I get her confused with Kate Bosworth.
I don't know if I know Kate Bosworth.
You'd know her by face. They look quite similar actually, and they were both sort of around the same time doing movies. She was in Superman Returns. She played Lois Lane.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, anything else to add to that train of thought, or was that it?
That was it.
All right.
That was it, really.
And
I think I sort of lost where I was. But
it turns out that, no, they're not related.
No.
Okay, so...
She does look like her, though.
Does look like her. Okay, so Vacation Friends gets the okay from us. And now let's move along to what we've been watching on TV, which the latest episode of Marvel's What If. This one was, what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands?
Just didn't do it for me.
You didn't like it, one?
No. I'm not a huge Doctor Strange fan anyway, and that just missed the mark for me.
Yeah,
I just found it really quite boring and dull.
I thought it was a bit boring as well. There's so many people loving it. They thought it was great, No, just, I don't know. I found myself getting a little bit just like uninterested. I think maybe it's the same. I'm not huge.
Yeah.
I love the character, Doctor Strange. I think Benedict Cumberbatch is great, but the Doctor Strange movie I'm not huge on. Maybe that's part of it.
And did he voice the...
Yeah.
He did.
He did the voice. You had Benedict Wong in there as Wong.
Oh, cool.
Tilda Swinton was there, and Rachel McAdams. Yeah, they were all there.
Oh, cool.
So there you go.
But no, didn't do it for me.
It opens up some pretty cool possibilities for the multiverse. It opened up the idea that you can't quite change fate. No matter how many times you try and go back and do the same thing or prevent something from happening, it can't. Yeah. So I think that's opened up some interesting ideas for the future of Marvel.
I suppose that aspect of it was okay.
Yeah, but most of it was pretty
But I got about
dull. Yeah.
15, 20 minutes into it, I was starting to nod off because I was just bored shitless.
Yeah. But a lot of people are loving that one. But there you go. Didn't quite work for us. Episode 3 is still my favourite so far. The Avengers one, where all the Avengers were getting knocked off.
Oh,
yeah. It was quite good. Yeah. So here we go. Ted Lasso, we watched the latest episode. Still brilliant.
Jesus, great show.
So that's probably
we don't get enough of it.
No, I think it's my favourite show right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
One of my favourites, comedic shows of all time. Instantly. Love it.
Yeah.
And I said last week, I keep seeing these people on Twitter, like almost every week, someone new is discovering it and they're like, oh my God, how was I so late to this? You know, it's one of these things like Game of Thrones, how we just put off for so long because like I'm sick of hearing about this thing. I'm sure it's great. Everyone loves it. I can't be bothered. And you see people who are like, oh yeah, I've put off so long, and then, oh my God, this is actually better than people are saying.
Yeah, exactly.
There's been a bit of controversy to come out of this at the moment.
What's that?
Been a little bit of discourse around the character of Roy Kent.
Oh, Roy Kent's my favourite character.
Yeah.
I always thought that if that was real life, I'd be Roy Kent.
He's terrific.
because the way I used to speak to my bosses and shit at work.
Well, actually, I had a couple of people say, "Oh, yeah, he's just like you, Dave."
Oh,
So,
okay.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I was going to say that.
But yeah, there's this big discourse online. Conspiracy theorists, a bit of a conspiracy going around that Roy Kent is a CGI character.
I can see it. I can see it.
If you look at the pic, I've got a couple of pictures there. People are dead convinced that Roy Kent is CGI.
No, there's no way.
They are fucking convinced. Look at this, right? We've got there's some just examples from the internet. Roy is a CGI character, right? I can't unsee it. I'm positive Apple is going to unveil something at some point that they were trying to trick us with his CGI. Yes, dude, I've been convinced of this as well and keep Googling it but haven't found any confirmation. He looks like the Tintin characters from the latest remake. The guy says, I bet it's one of Apple's conditions for making the show. They got to try out their new CGI tech. And at the Emmys, they're going to put him up for Best Actor and make him a surprise announcement that he was CGI. Someone else says, I just started watching the pilot and I'm up to the scene where Roy is called into Ted's office. Am I crazy or does he look like a complete CGI character? Someone else says he is 100% CGI. Heaps of people. He's CGI. Thank God this thread exists. It's the biggest question I've had since the show started. What the fuck is going on? He must be CGI. Heaps of people been weighing in on this. Thank God for this thread. My husband doesn't see it. I felt like I was going crazy. Every episode consists of me analysing Roy and I can't pay attention to anything else.
I'm going to sit down and watch some this afternoon and just have a look.
His slow eye movements, blinks and odd body movements have to be CGI. How are we the only ones seeing this?
I can see it. I mean, you look at the way he walks and
very stiff.
And the way he turns and all that sort of stuff. Like his arms don't swing very much when
very
he walks.
Soft skin. And if you look at the way he's lit too, his skin kind of glows a little bit.
And he doesn't have much expression in his face. It's just this stern look the whole time.
Yeah. Well, the actor, Brett Goldstein, has finally addressed the rumours.
Has he?
Awesome. After about a week of people speculating online whether Roy Kent is a CGI character. Let's have a look at what Brett Goldstein, who, by the way, wrote last week's episode.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
It was a good episode too.
Very good one. So there you go. Okay, so this is Brett Goldstein addressing the Roy Kent CGI
Didn't know CGI characters
controversy. Well, there you go.
There's a fucking load of mad shit happening on the internet today, as usual. I just want to clear up something once and for all. I am a completely real, normal human man who just happens to live in a VFX house and does normal human basic things like rendering and buffering and transferring data. That's what everyone's fucking
Oh, fuck me. That's gold. That's fucking gold. Fuck me. I'm in tears now.
So for those listening, for those who aren't watching
Fuck me.
So
that's the greatest.
For those listening, Brett Goldstein's taken to Twitter, Instagram. He's used one of those like iPhone like CGI those filters that can turn you into like a little avatar emoji man. And he's delivered that little speech. So if you want to check that out, you to his Twitter, his Instagram, and
that's gold. That is a ripper. It's the funniest thing I've seen in ages.
Very good. Very
fucking
good.
Hilarious.
So there you have it. He's just a normal human man who does basic human things like
my head's in pain
buffering
now.
and rendering.
You know when you laugh so hard, the fucking back of your ears hurt. Oh my god!
Shit, there you go. We broke you.
Oh,
didn't think it was possible.
That was fucking.
We broke you.
That was gold. Fucking gold.
There you go. So Ted Lasso, great show. CGI character or not, you make up your mind. It will rage on.
I can see it. I can see it.
I can see it.
You can see it.
I get what people are talking about.
Yeah.
But right from the man himself, not a CGI character. There you go. Right there.
I just had to take my headphones off for a minute because my head's hurting.
Okay, hell.
Okay, I think I've composed myself.
Composed, right? All right, let's talk about
Until I watch it again.
Yeah. Let's talk about the next thing we checked out. Yeah, you right?
Yeah.
Okay. Only Murders in the Building. This is the new Hulu show, which has come to Disney Plus Star here in Australia and the UK, and whoever else has Disney Plus Star, basically everyone except for America. This has got Steve Martin, Martin Short, two of my absolute favourites. Steve Martin, one of my comedic idols, and Martin Short is someone who I don't think I'd hold up to the same standard as I do Steve Martin, but I always love his work. He's always fun when he plays his little bit parts. And, of course, Selena Gomez is in this one as well. We checked out last night. This is essentially like a murder mystery comedy show. They're obsessed with murder podcasts, and this murder happens in their building, and they want to get to the bottom of it, so they decide to start their own murder mystery podcast and investigate the murder. First 3 episodes have dropped on Disney Plus Star and on Hulu. There's going to be 10 all up, 1 a week from here on out.
Awesome.
What'd you think?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We smashed out, 3 episodes?
We watched all 3, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good. Yeah, the funny thing was, we were watching it, and I remember turning to you and saying, Selena's voice doesn't fit the hair.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that too, yeah, her voice. It's one of those people that just has a voice that doesn't
just doesn't suit her.
Suit them, yeah.
It's bizarre. It's just a bizarre thing to watch. And every time I see Steve Martin, I think of my older brother.
Oh, me too. There's so many things that he does, and you think, fuck, that's
Steve. Your Uncle Steve. Yeah, exactly right.
But he obviously was very, very, very much loved Steve Martin.
Oh, yeah, he did.
You can see probably
when we were growing up, I think he must have thought he was the jerk or probably or one of his other characters.
Probably built his personality around Steve Martin
pretty
in a way.
Much. Yeah, pretty much.
As happens, yeah.
He used to love having people laugh around him and stuff.
Yeah.
And he'd, act the fool like Steve Martin would. And, it's a shame he can't play a banjo like Steve Martin.
So there you go. Great. I'm really enjoying it. Steve Martin created it. I don't know if he wrote any of it.
He was. I think he was one of the writers.
I know he's a creator on it. Let's. I'll quickly look. But I love Steve Martin. If you're a regular follower of my stuff, I am just adore him.
His comedic style is pretty dated now.
Oh, very much so now.
But he's still enjoyable to watch.
Oh yeah, I love him. I love so many of his movies I grew up with. Roxanne, Jerk, Bowfinger's
LA
my
Story.
favourites. Yeah. Father of the Bride.
Yeah.
So good.
Bowfinger.
Bowfinger. I fucking love Bowfinger. Underrated gem. Yep. Underrated gem. He's credited as a creator on Only Murders in the Building. So he probably came up with the concept and...
I thought I read last night he was a... On the credits he was a writer.
He's credited under writing, but created by.
Right.
So there you go. He's probably come up with the concept. There's a whole team of writers on the show, but yeah, really good.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
It's like a classic, because he's done a lot of shit in more recent years, but it just feels like a classic kind of Steve Martin thing.
Yeah, when before it started, I thought to myself, is he going to play? Is he going to play Inspector Clouseau again, or
Pink Panther? Yeah,
but no, it's nothing like that at all.
No, really good.
No, I really enjoyed it.
Like I said, I've read a couple of his books, and his writing is just so good.
And the IMDb rating's about right too, I reckon. It's an 8.6.
8.6. Check this out. Rotten Tomatoes, 100% critics.
Really?
Yeah, and 99% audience. So
Jesus.
There's not even a divide. It's still early days, but there's no major divide there yet.
Wow.
So that's
really rare.
That's rare. Very rare.
Really rare.
There you go.
Shit.
Check it out.
Yeah,
Check
for me it'll be a 4.5.
I'm very impressed with Selena Gomez too. I don't think I've ever seen her. I can't think of anything I may have seen her in, unless maybe was she in that really weird one with James Franco? Spring Breakers? Was that Selena Gomez?
Everything James Franco does is fucking weird.
Yeah, she was in that. I remember her being really quite good in that, but I think that's probably the only other thing I may have.
Spring Breakers?
Really weird.
Were they murder somebody?
Four college girls hold up a restaurant in order to fund their spring break vacation. While partying, drinking, and taking drugs, they are arrested only to be bailed out by a drug dealer and an arms dealer.
Right. Yeah.
All I remember is James Franco. He plays like this really seedy guy. He's lying on the bed and he's like, look at all my shit. Look at all my shit. That's all I remember. But yeah, I think that's the only other thing I've seen her in, but I'm so impressed. And for her to hold her own against these titans of comedy. It's that's fucking hard to
she's
do.
Good.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan. But yeah, check out Only Murders in the Building. Really good. I'm really enjoying it. I've got the first 8 episodes. Disney giving me the screeners, but I don't, because I know we will binge all 8 in like 2 nights, and then we're going to be waiting a month and a half for the last 2
quality's not going to be as good?
No.
And
Well,
the
quality's okay, but it's going to have that big watermark.
Watermark.
So I think we might just do it week by week with everyone
maybe.
else.
Yeah,
I feel like it might be one of those shows that's like, oh, what's going to happen next? And you wait a week. So,
Maybe you have to do a Only Murders in the Building update every week.
Yeah. No, we'll just talk about it here. We'll just talk about it here. But with that said, it is time for this week's Madman Update.
I didn't know they were smoking bongs on
We have this running thing now where it sounds like he's lighting a bong in the sound effect, but it's not. I can guarantee you it is.
And who told you that?
Fucking Wacko Jacko.
World's worst manager.
World's worst manager. Bullshit. It's not a bong. It is pouring a glass of water and someone lighting a cigarette at the same time. It just so happens to potentially
Sounds like a bit of a water pipe.
Yeah. Well, I have the individual sound files. I can prove it. Maybe next week. So yeah, how many did we watch this week? 2 or 3?
3.
3, yeah.
Watched one Monday, one Wednesday, one Thursday.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. We did too. Halfway through season 2, just about. We're halfway through the second disc, which would put us about halfway through the season.
And we sort of I sort of realised during this one on Wednesday night, or maybe last night, that you're not really supposed to like Don Draper.
Yeah, well, that's something we were talking about early on, wasn't it? We were sort of saying it's a character you don't really like, but they kind of...
but you do like.
Yeah, but we were saying it's a character you're not supposed to like, but you felt like they were kind of glorifying him.
Yeah,
whereas
that's
now
right.
you're going into season 2, they're starting to lift
show
that
his flaws
cover and be like, hang on, maybe you're not actually supposed to like him.
Pull the cloak off.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit more abusive.
Yep.
He's whoring himself around a lot more.
Just a little.
And he's very much more controlling and a real dick.
Yeah.
But the one we watched, was it last night's one or the one before? You kind of see that maybe he's starting
the Thursday night one.
Yeah, the Thursday night one. That he's maybe realised that he's been a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But where that'll go, who knows? Because we've still got 5.5 seasons to go.
Yeah. There's probably going to be a season there that's going to be shit.
Yeah, like all these
like
shows.
Like most do.
Yeah.
Probably around season 4 or something
It's
normally.
usually around the time,
4 or 5.
Yeah.
But no, still enjoying it though.
Yeah, still really enjoying it.
I don't know whether I've watched this far into it.
Don't know.
I can't remember.
Well, I know the DVD box set you had, I think, was seasons 1 to 3.
Right.
And I think maybe you watched all of it, and then part of the reason why you stopped watching is because you didn't have any more seasons. Or maybe it was just 1 and 2. Maybe it was just a season 1 and 2 box set. Because it was still on at that time.
Because I can't remember the Thursday night episode.
I remember none of it. I remember bits and pieces of season 1, but... Yeah.
Although the because he bought the new car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you would have remembered that.
What a car. I'm going to love it. Be great as a drop it on its belly, turn it into a lowrider, and just thump along.
Was that Coupe de Ville?
Yeah.
We watched a few things recently with
Cadillac
the Coupe de Ville in it, the Corolla. And
Yeah.
then was there one in Smokey and the Bandit? No, there was something else we watched the other day where they had it and they pulled it out.
Yeah, it
and they're
was.
like, oh.
Yeah, I think it's Smoking the Bandit, I think.
Might have been. Can't remember. There's definitely 3 things we've watched where they pulled the Coupe de Ville out. Yeah.
What a machine.
Yeah, there you go.
Just another reason to love the show.
It was my colour too, the blue.
Yeah, you love the pale blue, don't you?
Yeah.
That base sort of baby blue, sky blue
Very
sort of
good,
colour.
yeah.
Very nice.
So, yeah, still enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very funny. It's very...
And his wife's just starting to get a few clues about his infidelities, I think.
Yeah.
She'll twig soon, I reckon.
Yeah.
Why does he spend so many nights away from home? Because he had the first season he had an apartment he stayed at, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
Because he stayed in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And lives in the burbs.
Yeah.
And he would stay at his
Or was that her
occasionally.
apartment? Was that her apartment?
I'm pretty sure early on he had his own apartment.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I'm pretty sure there was, like episode 2 or 3, you saw him in his own apartment.
Yeah, maybe. Can't remember. Anyway. So, yeah, it's good. Still enjoying it. Hasn't reached Deadwood levels yet, thank God. And we'll keep watching it.
Yeah.
And that was this week's Not a Bong Madman Update. All right, partner highlights this week. Random Space Media, we talk about them every week. Great guys.
Yep.
Spoken with my contact there over at Random Space Media recently. Fucking great stuff coming soon. They're going to send me a whole box of stuff this week that I'm going to cover in a whole video. Resident Evil 6 movie 4K plus Blu-ray collection.
Wow.
All of the movies. They sent me the Blu-ray collection.
Didn't we buy all that?
No, we bought Underworld.
Oh, Underworld.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But they sent me the Resident Evil 6 movie Blu-ray collection recently.
Right.
It was like an 8 movie or something. Had some animations in there as well. I'm not sure. But he's sending me the 4K Blu-ray collection now, which looks great. There's a Jumanji 2 movie 4K plus 3D collection and the Spider-Man 2 movie collection, which includes Homecoming and Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
There are more 3D things coming. I shouldn't say what, but there's some more. They're really bulking up this line because they've been very, very popular. And I can't say specifically, I don't know if I'm saying too much now, but they may potentially have partnered up with another studio. There may be another studio who's on board with some stuff. I can't pinpoint anything, and I can't specify.
Sounds exciting, though, if they have.
Oh, very exciting. I said to him, this makes me very excited for the possibilities. But yeah, so some very exciting stuff coming very, very soon from them. So go check them out at randomspacemedia.com. And you can go and buy some really great sort of semi-exclusive stuff that they've curated with the studios. A lot more of their stuff you're finding at JB now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The Spider-Man box set I know you can get there. But yeah, head over to randomspacemedia.com, support them. Kicks.com.au. The Day 15 code still works. So if you want to go over there and use Day 15 for 15% off your order, you can use that. I am continuing to team up with them this time round for Fast and the Furious 9, which has just hit 4K and Blu-ray. They sent me across that 4K set. Cool. I'm going to have to do a little review on that, so I'll be posting that over the next few days.
Good to have a look at that on the 4K TV.
Yeah, it will be. It's got the director's cut in there as well as the theatrical version. Don't know how much longer it is, probably not much. It says 2.5 hours is the running time of the director's cut, and I feel like the original version was 2.5 hours. If not like 2 hours 15, maybe?
Yeah, it was about 2... It was over 2 hours, probably 2:15.
2:20 maybe, so it's maybe a little bit longer. But anyway, I will review that, special features and stuff on that. I'm excited to check that out because I really liked it. A lot of people absolutely fucking slammed it.
Yeah, it's like people like me who got into it because of the car culture.
Shit, yeah.
But now it's more about bloody
explosions,
shooting them up.
Which I don't mind. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I've seen it twice now. So we had the screener and then I watched it in the cinema. So anyway, kicks.com.au, you can go and pick up Fast and Furious 9 on 4K Blu-ray collection. You get the Blu-ray, you can get whatever you want. Or you can buy anything else in the store because it's store-wide. 15% off. Awesome. Use Dave 15.
And that's not an affiliate code.
Not an affiliate code. I get nothing out of that.
Nope.
But you can also head over... Well, no, you can't head over. Well, you can if you want. You can head over to viavision.com.au and pick up some of their titles. But they've sent me across some stuff that they want me to give away. I'm doing a giveaway competition for a bunch of fucking DVDs. The Invaders, the complete collection, which is this great sci-fi series that was on the late 1960s.
I don't know if I remember that.
It's quite good. I watched a little bit of it the other day. DVD, but it does have a Blu-ray in there of the pilot episode, which looks great. The Alfred Hitchcock Presents Seasons 5 to 7 collection is there as well. And also 2 multi-movie collections, which is the Alan Ladd Collection Volume 3 and Maritime Movie Classics. Bunch of classic movies set on the high seas.
We got submarine ones here?
I don't know. I hope not. I hate submarine movies. Yeah, but like a great selection of old movies. Now, the specific details of this I'm not too sure of just yet. I don't know whether I'm going to do 2 winners, like movies for one winner, TV shows for another winner, or just bundle them all up. But I will have this sorted out probably by the time this podcast goes live to everyone on Monday. So until then, though, you're still welcome to enter. Just send me an email at daveleepod@gmail.com and tell me why you'd like to win the competition. And otherwise, I'll also post something on Instagram which will give more details on how to enter and what the whole stats and shit. And you can enter on there as well. And then I'll just
And that's open to who?
Australian listeners, because I've got to send it out myself.
Right.
It cost me $100 to send that out to America.
Not great sending.
Well, yeah, I'm not allowed to. Well, yeah, that too. I'm not allowed to send
it overseas.
Out of the country.
Yeah.
So there you go. So you can enter the Vision competition, davelypod@gmail.com. Tell me why you want to win it, or head to the Instagram post, which should be up by now. I'll have that up by Saturday for patrons. So
cool.
There you go. Next up. So thanks to Vision for sorting that one out for us.
Good people over there.
I love them. Send me so much good stuff.
We'll
get some great imprints coming in very soon. Very excited. But for now, it is time for everyone's favourite segment of the entire program, which is, of course...
Shite.
All
right.
There we go. Shite, all right. This is the segment where we get people to send us in IMDb titles, and we got to guess whether it is...
Shite.
Or...
All right.
Dependent solely on the synopsis. So we'll read each other 3 each, and we got to guess whether the movie's...
Shite.
Or...
All right.
That's going to piss him off.
Yeah, it will piss off the Wordsworth manager. So anyway, basically, can't give away the title, can't give away the actors, the character names, any of that stuff, anything that would tell you what it is. Usually it's a really obscure movie. We get people to send in just the most obscure, weird stuff they can think of. It could be a really great movie, could be a really bad one, something that's going to trip us up probably. We've got heaps of people who are sending some in. We got some more from Sam B this week, so thanks for sending those in, Sam. But if you'd like to send some in, davelypod@gmail.com, send across your shite or alright, or message me on, you can message me on Instagram, or that's it, or Instagram. But yeah, just send them over. You can tweet them to me, but I have my DMs off on Twitter unless I follow you. So probably email is probably the best because it's just all collated in one place.
Yep.
But if you got to send me an Instagram, it's probably the second
option.
Yeah. Okay, so today we're going to do 3 each. You read first, so I guess first. I only moved up 1 spot last week. You moved up 3, so you got 3 correct last week. The gap has closed in your favour.
Right? I didn't think
Yeah, you got 3 apparently last week. The gap has closed from 5 to 3. Woo-hoo! Oh, no, so you got 2 right last week. Woo! So the gap's closed. So you are now 3 behind. Yeah, it is 26-3 in my favour. Okay, so Jeff B, our resident...
monkey boy,
my little worker monkey. He is the podcast's the Shite or Right. Fucking, what's the word I'm looking for?
The official Shite or Right
scorekeeper. Fucking hell!
Jesus.
Fucking hell! Yeah. All right, the official Shite or Right scorekeeper.
Got to stop drinking, Dave.
I know. my little worker monkey. He sent us in today. Hey, Dave and Rick, I had an idea for this week for the listeners, a contest of sorts. We're already running one, so that's all right. Don't worry. Next, Jeff. The great thing about this particular contest is that there are no losers. That's a bit shit.
Yeah, you've got to have a winner and a loser.
Got to have a winner. Everyone has a chance to win. All you have to do is like, subscribe to, and comment on the Davely Down Under podcast YouTube page. It's that easy. Shipping is free because there are no physical prizes. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Thanks,
like
Jeff. So do that, everyone. Enter this competition. Prizes include the latest news on movies, television, animation, a sense of accomplishment, honour, pride, bad jokes. I don't know what he...
Got plenty of them.
Don't know what he's saying there. Yeah, from you, not me.
Yeah,
and eternal gratitude from Dave, Rick, and myself, Jeff.
Awesome.
So he's trying to weasel himself in there as a...
he's already done that.
As a third...
a third wheel.
Yeah.
Well, he's the monkey boy.
He is. There is no time limit. Again, no losers. The faster you enter, the faster you win. Now get on it, or I'll hop on a tinny and row myself from shore to shore just to make sure. I may be a bludger occasionally, but you shouldn't be. Defo do it this Arvo, and it'll be good on you.
He's a good crack.
That's pretty good. Let's have a good crack at it. Yeah. Let's end on a limerick.
So where's he from?
He's in America.
Yeah.
He's over in Florida, I think. Yeah. Let's end on a limerick. Here we go. There once was a man from Australia with a podcast that isn't a failure. Features Rick and Dave. It's all the rave. Now they're in full regalia.
Oh, very nice.
Thanks, Jeff. Oh, that was great.
I love that.
Isn't that great? From Monkey Man out, Jeff B. Thanks, Jeff, for sending this in once again. We do appreciate it. So all the scores and stuff I read out, they were from Jeff's score sheet. Okay, so let's start. You are going to read one to me.
Read the first one for you?
Yep.
All righty. Let me just quickly bring it up.
This one.
Where's the fucking... There it is.
This one's sent in by Sam, I believe.
This one was... Yeah, I think it was Sam.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly check that. I'm pretty sure it was Sam.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, at the end of the century, Satan visits New York in search of a bride. It's up to an ex-cop who now runs an elite security outfit to stop him.
Oh, interesting. I'm trying to think. Go again.
At the end of the century, Satan visits New York in search of a bride. It's up to an ex-cop who now runs an elite security outfit to stop him.
Oh, I have no idea what this is. Sounded a little bit like Devil's Advocate at first. That's set in New York. As Al Pacino as the devil, Keanu Reeves, Charlize. Also sounded a little bit like there's one with Mickey Rourke where Al Pacino plays the devil. Can't remember what it's called. But that was quite good too. I don't think it's either of them. I don't know. It sounds okay, but it also sounds a bit shite. I'm going to say it's maybe like, it could be like a cult thing. I'm going to say it's all right, but like it could be like just like a 6.1 or something. I'm going to lock in all right. This is a big risk. I'm locking in all right, yeah.
Drum roll.
Yeah. No, knew it.
Just shy. 5.8.
Oh, that's what I mean. It's like just on the line there.
Now, if I told you who was in it,
yeah,
you might get it.
Okay.
Schwarzenegger,
right?
Gabriel Byrne. Robin Tunney, Kevin Pollak.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't think I've seen this one. Have I seen it?
Yeah, I think you have.
Really?
Yeah. End of Days.
End of Days?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't watched that one.
Haven't you?
I've not watched that one. Of
okay.
course it's End of Days. Yeah. I can picture the cover. I never got around to watching it.
So, 5.8 from 99. One's for just over 2 hours.
There you go. End of Days.
Yeah.
Get on it. Sounds okay. Okay, I'm going to read you one out. This one has been sent in from Tyson Turner. Thank you, Tyson, for sending this in. All right. Let me get it up.
That's what she said.
I was going to say, the listing on IMDb. Okay. 3 Boy Scouts, one a great-nephew of Butch Cassidy, and their pretty girlfriend hunt for the lost treasure of the legendary bank robber in 1950s Utah. A modern gang of outlaws wants to grab the loot too, and soon the intrepid heroes are fleeing for their lives on trains, rafts, and automobiles.
That sounds like shit. There's Butch Cassidy.
Well, it's the
great
nephew of, yeah.
No, I'm going to say it's shit.
You're going to say it's shit?
I'm going to say it's shit.
Shite?
Yeah, shite. Sorry.
You're going to lock in shite?
I'm going to lock in shite.
Locking it in.
It just sounds...
Shite. Yeah, it's shite. It's called Outlaw Trail, The Treasure of Butch Cassidy. Made in 2006. Looks like it's probably a telly movie. 5.8 it's got. So it's just a shite as well. Same rating as End of Days. It's got, I don't know anyone, Ariel Kebbel. Brian Wimmer is Butch Cassidy. Michael Van Wagenen, Sundance Kid.
No idea
I don't know who any of these people are.
It's not worth going any further.
Ariel Kebbel, I feel like I know the name. No, I ain't seen anything she's in. So there you go.
No idea.
There you go.
Okay, your next one comes from... Who was the next one from?
The next one of yours...
remember.
I've got it written down. Devesh, yeah. Devesh.
He's sent in about 4,000 of them, so
better get
slowly work through. Okay, this one is, after marrying a poor woman, a rich man is disowned by his father and moves to London to build a new life. Years later, his now grown-up little brother embarks on a mission to bring him back home to bring him back home and reunite the family. Sorry, just had to take the names out of it.
Right.
After marrying a poor woman, a rich man is disowned by his father and moves to London to build a new life. Years later, his now grown-up little brother embarks on a mission to bring him back home to reunite the family.
No idea. It sounds like it'll be a good little drama, though. I'm going to lock in all right.
Locking all right?
Yep. Going to lock in all right. Oh, no.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to lock it in. I'm going to lock in all right. I'm going to do it.
All right, all right, all right.
It's got a 7.4, in fact, runs for 3.5 hours.
Jeez.
From 2001, and it's called something.
It looks like it's a foreign film.
Kabi
Gum. Looks like
it must be an Indian film, I think, by the look of it. I don't think it's got anybody in it that we'd know.
Oh no. I think
maybe
that guy there, yeah.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
Kajol.
Oh, and him too. He is like one of what's his name again? Amitabh Bachchan. He is like one of the biggest Indian actors. He was in The Great Gatsby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like a very small part.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad, that.
Yeah.
So, for origin, it must be from India.
I think it's Indian, particularly with those actors anyway. Yeah.
So, there you go.
There you go. Haven't seen any Indian films, I don't think.
Yeah, it is from India.
There you go. Hindi and English.
I'd be interested to see that, to be honest.
Thanks for sending that one in, Jeff. Devesh.
Devesh, yeah.
Appreciate that. Okay, one for you. This one comes in from Jeff B.
Jeff.
Yeah, righto.
Boy.
So this one is from Monkey Boy. Okay. Away on a short leave before an upcoming moon launch, a NASA astronaut disappears and is feared kidnapped when the security services learn about his friendship with a suspected foreign female spy. Do you want it again?
Yeah, give me it again.
Away on a short leave before an upcoming moon launch, a NASA astronaut disappears and is feared kidnapped when the security services learn about his friendship with a suspected foreign female spy.
Doesn't sound too bad. That's sort of right up my alley, that.
Yeah.
Really? So I'm going to say it's... Shite.
You're going to say it's Shite?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sure.
Yeah, I'll say it's Shite.
Shite.
Oh, it is. But it sounds okay, and I just thought, no, I reckon it's going to be shit.
This is an old Disney film from the 1960s. It stars Tom Tryon, Brian Keith, Edmund O'Brien, Danny Saval. It is called Moon Pilot. There you go, Moon Pilot. To be honest, I'm not sure I've even heard of this one either, but this is one with a monkey. And
that's why Jeff sent it.
Yeah, probably.
Take a monkey up into space with them.
Yeah, they made a lot of movies with monkeys then. They loved little monkeys as a little what would you call it? A sub-genre of film. A little monkey, little
chimp films.
Chimp as a little pal. Yeah, they made a lot of them. So here you go, Moon Pilot. It's one I'm actually going to hunt down. It's got a 5.5.
It's only just bad.
Yeah, only just
so
shy.
you won't have to check that out.
Yeah.
Same with that Indian one.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jeff.
Okay. Now, this one comes to us from Max. Was it Max?
What's a bet Jeff's going to just start sending in fucking monkey movies?
Oh, good on him. I've seen all monkey movies. I love monkey movies. Apart from Planet of the Apes. I mean, we're going to know that's going to be too obvious.
Yeah, too obvious. Don't bother with that, Jeff. Anyway, okay, next one up. For
next
you.
one is from Max Xavier or Max, I think.
Max, yeah.
Is that who it was from?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. Set in an era. Oh, sorry. Set in an era where superheroes are commonly known and accepted. Young William, the son of the commander, tries to find a balance between being normal teenager and an extraordinary being.
I think I know it. I could be wrong. It's called Sky High. It's a Disney film called Sky High with Kurt Russell. Sounds like it could be, but maybe it's not. I'm going to say, assuming it's that, I'm going to say it's all right because I know it's got a big cult following. Apparently it's very good. It's actually one I've never watched, but apparently it's very, very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're correct. It's
Correct?
Sky
Yeah,
High.
there you go.
Yeah. I just had to sort of try and take
Yeah.
names and shit out of
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because I might have given it away. And I was hoping you weren't going to ask for ask for
Yeah.
an assist because
Yeah, I
Kurt
figured
Russell,
it out.
Kelly Preston
Yeah.
was going to give it away
Apparently
to
it's
you.
really good, but it's one that either not many people have seen or it's one I think might have got trashed when it first came out, but it's like one of those cult ones that picks up some traction.
Yeah, I
over
think
the
you're
years.
right. I think it's actually garbage, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it. It's pretty trashy.
Yeah.
But I can see
It's not that old. It's only
2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Mm.
Oh, well, 6.2.
Yeah, I do have it, but I've just never watched
Ah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Max. Okay, one last one from me. This one's from Gary. Gary Littlement.
Littlement, yeah.
Yes. I'll read this one out to you. Okay. After a raft accident in the jungle, 3 anthropology students and their guides attempt to escape from a primitive cannibal tribe that has hunted them down.
Go again.
After a raft accident in the jungle, 3 anthropology students and their guides attempt to escape from a primitive cannibal tribe that has hunted them down.
Oh, it just sounds like shit right off the bat.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just fraught with crap, I reckon.
Yeah.
Give me an assist on it.
You want your assist?
Yeah,
Okay,
give me
I always
an
forget
assist.
to mention this at the top, but you can use an assist. I'll tell you the top 3 actors in it. All right, you can use your assist today. Eni Hariono, Barry Prima, and Johan Mardo.
No idea who they are. So I'm saying it's going to be shit.
None of them have
Shite.
pictures.
Yeah, it's going to be shite.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
It is...
Shite.
Oh, that bad.
It's a 3.5, this one. It's called Savage Terror.
Oh,
Original
God.
title is Primitive. So I imagine this is probably an international film. It doesn't have... Indonesian film.
Oh.
That's just, don't hear of too many Indonesian
No.
films. It was filmed in the rainforest of Indonesia. There you go.
It's just
Savage Terror. This
shit.
one was made in 1980. And it's, 3.5.
Just sounded like crap
Terrible.
right off the bat.
Terrible. Well, there you go. If you have any Shite or Rights you want to send in, you can send them to daveleypod@gmail.com and we will add them to the pile and we'll continue to read them out. Thanks to everyone who's sent them in and been read out this week. Look forward to doing another one next week. Actually, by the way, this was our 19th edition of Shite or Right this week.
19.
Yeah, so next week is edition 20.
Wow.
We would have done more if there was a few weeks, we took some breaks off Shite or Right.
Yeah, we did the
Fantails thing.
Fantails one.
Yeah, we're told never to do it again because you could hear us chewing all the way through the podcast.
Oh, that was only the WordPress manager though.
Yeah, true. We do want to come up with some more games so we can mix up the variety of it a little bit. But if you have any game ideas, send in to daveleypod@gmail.com. Actually, Pete Semos, our friend Pete Semos, he suggested a game where we use our watch list on
That's right.
Letterboxd.
Yeah, we were going to talk about this last week.
I forgot. Yeah, and we randomize it, so it gives us randomly randomizes all the movies, and then we have to watch the top one that week, and then review it the week after.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
So we'll sort that out. Maybe next week we might start on it.
Yeah,
because we got to figure out how to do it. Because I know you can do it. Went through this last week. You can do it with your watch list, but the way I've set up our list for the stuff we need to watch in the evenings is not a watch list. It's just a list.
Right.
And there's less stuff you can do with just a list.
Right.
I have to sort it out. Anyway, but we'll figure that out and we will do that. But anyway, thanks everybody for this edition of
Shite.
All
right.
Fantastic. Don't know what that was. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dick.
Let's get on to the next segment. Trailer trash.
Should actually add to that.
Yeah.
That sting
Mm.
of it being thrown into a bin.
That is it going into a bin at the end. Is that?
Oh, is it? I
Yeah,
don't
listen.
know.
That's the trailer. bit of comedy music, and then gets dumped.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I thought, closing the lid on a...
Maybe a little metal sound effects
Yeah.
or something. Just landed in the bin.
Mm.
Yeah, I might do that. We'll fix that for next week. But anyway, it's Trailer Trash. We've got 2 trailers to look at this week, and who knows, they might be trash, they might not be trash. We just like the name. But first up, we're going to take a look at the brand new trailer for, you're going to probably think this is trash. Bond,
Good chance.
Bond 25, No Time to Die. This is the final Bond.
And that's because I'm not much of a Bond fan. Not really. I've seen some that I really like, but
I have a love-hate relationship. I like a majority of them. I don't like the Pierce Brosnan ones. I don't really like the Timothy Dalton ones. I love the Sean Connery ones, the Roger Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I even loved half of the Daniel Craig ones. I feel like every second one has been good.
Yeah.
Casino Royale.
A couple of those ones are just
Casino Royale was great. Quantum of Solace, I hated. Skyfall, I loved. You saw that with me at the cinema.
Skyfall was good.
Yeah. Spectre, hated it.
What was the first one he did?
Casino Royale.
Oh, yeah.
Really? That's great. Really good one. People love it.
I didn't enjoy
It's like
that.
one of the best. Great.
No.
Casino Royale, Skyfall, and then the ones in between have been shit. So hopefully, if it evens itself out, this new one should be really good. But I don't have much hope following that last one. I took Alicia to see Spectre. And we're over in the UK.
Yeah.
She hates James Bond, hates it, but went with me. And by the end of it, she's like, I'm never, ever watching another James Bond movie with you ever again. Don't even try. It's crazy. I was like, yes, sorry, that was absolute shit. So anyway, Bond 25, No Time to Die. There have been rumours that it's going to get delayed. It's certainly been delayed here in Australia until November 11th. But it's still apparently set for September 30 in the UK and October 8 in the USA. All the premieres have been planned and apparently going ahead. This brand new trailer seems to indicate that the date hasn't changed as of yet. Fingers crossed. Let's check it out. This is the final. This is like maybe the fourth trailer for the movie because it's been delayed so many times. But anyway, this is the final trailer for Bond 25, No Time to Die. It's the final one that Daniel Craig is doing. Let's have a look.
James, fate draws us back together. Now your enemy is my enemy. How did that happen?
Well, you live long enough.
She still loves you. Did you know that?
What is it?
You don't know what this is. Is she one of them?
I don't know her at all.
There you go, Bond 25. Bond 25, No Time to Die. Plenty of time for delays, though. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's made that joke.
Oh, my God. I don't know.
I don't know what to make of it.
No, I'm the same.
It's very... I don't know what's happening. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the
gives you
aim
no
is.
hint about what's going on.
I don't think they've revealed the plot or anything. They're trying to keep it very secretive, so it's just very
Well,
much...
they've succeeded there.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It doesn't sell me on it.
A lot of action and the explosions and shit, they all look good, but they look pretty disjointed. Maybe that's what they've meant
probably
to look at this point in time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sold on it yet.
It doesn't excite me.
No.
It doesn't get me a little firm and want to go see
No,
it.
right.
That's for sure.
Well, I'll obviously see it because I'm this far deep, not only into the Craig trilogy, but all of the Craig films by this point. I've seen all other 24 Bond movies. But I
won't be paying for it.
Oh no, hopefully we'll get a screening for it.
Well, even the Blu-ray, I won't be buying a Blu-ray or anything of it.
Well, I'll have to do that. I'm going to buy the 4K box set of the Craig films. I'm sure they'll do like a collection.
I've worked out what I don't like about Daniel Craig.
What's that?
And it doesn't matter what he's in.
Yeah.
He has permanently got the bloody serious duck face look or the Zoolander blue steel look on his face the whole time.
Yeah.
He's expressionless.
Yeah.
Like he just... And he puts this walk on like he's
The swagger.
Like he's as big as bloody,
The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock or Chris Hemsworth or something,
Right, yeah.
And he's
But he's
just a
not
little
quite.
weed of a bloke. Well, he's not a weed,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying. Like, he's just permanently got that blue steel look on his face.
Yeah.
Like, fuck me.
It is a bit much. Christoph Waltz is in this one. From memory, he was in the last one, but I can't remember it that well. Big cast. I don't know. I'm not quite sold on it, but I will see it and we'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not a huge Sally Malik fan either.
I don't like him at all, Rami Malek. He's
What do they call him?
I think you call him Simon. I'm not sure.
Sally Malik.
Sally.
Oh, God.
Rami.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I really. It's just something about him I don't like as well.
I'm not much of a fan.
I think it's that same thing. He's just got that weird expression on his face.
I think it was that bloody
the Queen.
The Queen thing.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
It didn't. Oh man, that was the worst.
No, that was terrible.
I think he was in the last Bond
That was just
as well.
him impersonating somebody. That's all that was.
It was terrible. And then he won the fucking Oscar for it. What the hell's going on there? Anyway, that's the next thing.
There's a lot of people out there that loved it, and we just didn't.
Exactly right. We're going to take a look at another trailer here. It's for a film called Red Notice. This is a film that hits Netflix on November 11th. It stars Ryan Reynolds. The Rock.
How's that spelled? R-E-N-A.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds, The Rock, and Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. I won't read the synopsis yet because the trailer might give that away, but let's have a look. It's called Red Notice.
I call him.
First trailer. Yeah, me too. It's just dropped, so let's have a look.
Special Agent John Hartley, FBI. Now that you've been tagged with red notices, you've become the world's most wanted criminals. And I'm the only one who can bring you in.
Looking for something specific or just browsing?
You're under arrest.
Oh my God. Read the room.
You want to arrest me? Arrest me.
I just want the egg.
I'm going to enjoy that.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time I've watched that.
That's awesome.
I feel like I've seen the whole movie, but I'm excited for it.
But yeah, like all three of them.
Yep.
And I love Ryan Reynolds' comedic timing.
Yeah.
And the big fella, Big Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne, my pal. A little tweet.
Yeah, that's right.
Tweet session with him.
Yeah. No, that looks okay.
Yeah, it looks very good.
That's got a 6.5 to 7 written all over it. Maybe
I think
a
so.
bit more than 7.
Yeah, Gal Gadot, of course, you mentioned she's great.
Oh, yeah.
Soft spot for her because she was my first major in my first major interview.
Yeah,
with a large star, even though I couldn't post it.
Exactly.
the proof.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I'm very excited for that. It looks very good. Netflix. Now, this is one that's been built specifically for Netflix. It's not one that they acquired. Netflix have realised that if they put a bit of money into these action movies, they do well. They did that one with Chris Hemsworth, Extraction, which was like their biggest #1 debut of all time or some shit. They did that one with Charlize Theron, The Old Guard. They're doing a sequel to that where she had the team up of all the female assassins and shit. They're doing a sequel, and then this one here, I think it's going to do pretty well too. It looks very good. Doesn't look like a Netflix movie. It looks like something you go to the cinemas and see.
Yeah. No, it looks all right.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
What's that, November 11?
Yeah, November 11. So a couple of months.
Look forward to that one.
That'll be a day one for us, I reckon, or at least weekend #1.
Yeah.
Check that one out. Yeah. Very excited. Well, there you go. At that, that's this week's trailer trash. But now it's time for.
What's that?
What? What is it? What's that? I think. Oh yes, breaking news. It's not really breaking. Some news that's been out there for like a week or so, but let's take a look.
Today's Monday, and
yeah. I feel like a fucking broken record, man. But we got more delays. Let's quickly run through this, right? We've got Top Gun Maverick.
I don't know what a broken record sounds like, because you can't play a broken record.
You probably could play the bit that's not broken, and it plays the music, and then gets the bit where it's breaking.
Yeah, maybe.
But a broken record, well, wouldn't that infer that you're going around in circles? So a broken record is maybe one of those records that goes,
back to the
where it gets stuck on the groove.
Yep.
So it just repeats the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
Yep.
That's exactly what it means. But
there you go.
When you say broken record, you think broken
record. Okay, so of course Top Gun Maverick has been fucking delayed again. Moves from November 19 this year to May 27, 2022.
Shit, 6 months.
Jump forward 6 months.
Jesus.
I took a screenshot. I was going to write this into the script. I completely forgot. Let me see if I can find the screenshot again. Just yesterday when this was first announced.
Thursday.
Well, yeah, Thursday when this was announced. These are all the release dates that this movie has had so far. July 12, 2019. And then for some reason they must have just delayed it a year to June 26, 2020. And now this is where the COVID starts taking effect. June 24, 2020. Oh, yeah, they were like, oh, yeah, we can move it up a bit. And then they're like, no, we can't. December 23, 2020. July 2, 2021. November 19, 2021. And now May 27, 2022. So that is 7 release dates this movie's had.
Wouldn't have wanted to be an investor in it.
No.
That's for sure.
No, certainly not. Talking of investors, obviously Tom Cruise would be a massive investor in this movie.
Yeah.
His other tentpole movie of 2022, which was supposed to open on May 27, which is the day that Top Gun is now taking, is now moving to September 30. 2022, that's 4 months down the line.
It's Mission Impossible.
Yeah, MI7. Of course.
Oh, my gosh.
Another move, these are, of course, Paramount films. Paramount has also moved Jackass Forever. This is the 4th Jackass film.
No.
That moves.
No loss.
That moves from October 22, 2021 to Feb 4, 2022. That's 4 months. I think sell it off to Netflix or something. Who's going to go, really, who is going to a cinema to watch Jackass?
Della.
Probably. I saw Jackass. I probably saw all 3 of the movies in cinemas.
Because he loved the Jackass.
So did I.
Didn't
Yeah,
you?
we loved it. We loved Jackass, but that was when we were like fucking 12 years old.
And you did down the hill and everything on the.
Yeah, we made our own version of Jackass. I rolled him down the stairs, and don't try this at home.
No.
I put him in a what do you call it? A sleeping bag, and then put him on a skateboard and rolled him down the stairs.
Why did I not know this?
Well, we erased the footage. After it happened, we were like, yeah, we probably shouldn't. We should probably delete this footage. You might get in trouble. And then, I'm sure I pushed him down the hill on a bike or something, or a skateboard or scooter or something. Did some stupid shit. Anyway, don't try this at home, kids. The evidence, I don't believe, exists anymore. Oh, we went knocking next door as well as part of it, and he came out. He was like throwing stuff at us. Yeah. I think maybe that was the point where we were like, yeah, we should probably delete this footage. So don't try it at home. But yeah, we would have seen we saw all 3 movies in cinemas, but it's not something I would drag myself to a cinema to see now.
No way.
So dump it on Netflix or Amazon or something, whoever wants to pay for it, I reckon. Or Paramount Plus. Put on Paramount Plus for
Is
free.
it still all the old same crew? Or?
It's all of the surviving members except for Bam.
Oh,
now,
okay.
I believe...
So Wee Man and all that's the...
I think so, yeah. But Bam has had a lot of substance abuse problems, health issues, mental health issues, all that kind of stuff. So they made him sign like a waiver that was like he had to promise that he wasn't on substances and stuff during the filming of the movie. Something happened. I'm not too sure the whole details of it, but they found him to have broken the thing that he'd signed, and they kicked him off the production.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's everyone other than it's all the surviving members other than Bam. I'm not sure about Steve-O. I don't know if Steve-O went back. Yeah, Steve-O's there.
Steve-O's
good,
there, yeah.
good.
Oh, Johnny Knoxville's there too.
Yeah. Chris Pontius.
Yeah.
Party Boy.
Spike Jones.
Yeah. He did a lot of stuff with them.
Oh, Rob Dyrdek too.
Yeah, he did heaps of stuff with them as well.
Didn't know he was involved.
Yeah, they kind of came in because they were all involved in that kind of skater culture and all that kind of stuff, and BMXs, and Tony Hawke did a lot of stuff with them. There you go, he's in it.
Hawke's there.
So they would occasionally pop in and just do random shit, or would just stand in the background and laugh. Because Jackass, they were part of like an underground sort of magazine. that like
okay.
the skaters and the bikers
Yeah.
and stuff were like into, and you know how those skater magazines made like DVDs and stuff that you could buy at like the surf shops, the skate shops.
Yeah.
And that's how Jackass kind of started through that. So they were involved with all those guys. And yeah, so Jackass 4, it's something that I'm looking forward to, but it's been pushed.
So Wee Man's there.
Yeah, love Wee Man. Anyway, so yeah, Jackass, Mission Impossible 7, Top Gun Maverick, all moved. People are starting to question whether Bond really is coming out when they're saying it is. I wouldn't be surprised if it did get delayed again. But in response to this, Sony has moved Ghostbusters Afterlife from November 11 into Top Gun's November 19 spot. So they've gone, oh, yeah, because Paramount is Top Gun. Mm-hmm. And Sony's gone, oh, nice prime spot we can steal. So they've taken November 19 now.
Why is that weekend?
I guess because it's closer to Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, true.
So, yep, there you go. And unfortunately, Sony Australia has moved Ghostbusters into January for us.
No, well.
January 1, 2022.
Not going to stress over that one.
No, not really.
It's probably going to be shite anyway.
And Venom, they've moved Venom into November 25, 2021.
They can move that back further if they like.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's open.
That.
I think it was supposed to come out in October. I can't remember, but they've moved that. Good news, though. Spider-Man Far From Home,
No Way Home.
No Way Home, has been moved up a couple of weeks by 10 days. It was supposed to open here on Boxing Day, December 26, but they moved it up to December 16, which is in line with the international release.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was out of line.
Out of whack.
And we were like, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah.
And then we're going to have to wait a week and a half. There'll be spoilers everywhere. But now we're in line, which is nice. But there are also rumours that the film is getting delayed completely anyway. There's rumours that it could be moving into March.
Surprise.
Yeah, big rumour is it could be moving into March next year and taking the release slot of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which could indicate they're going to push the entire Marvel slate again. I think it's going to ride on the back of Shang-Chi and see how Shang-Chi performs. Probably not very well, box office-wise anyway, only because of pandemic times. Black Widow didn't perform well and whatever else. I don't know. We're going to have to see how it goes this weekend. We won't be partaking in the box office of that movie, fortunately.
Nope.
But there you go. Here's just a few kind of movie announcements and stuff that have been announced. Jungle Cruise 2 is getting a sequel. Officially announced. Sorry, Jungle Cruise is getting a sequel. Jungle Cruise 2.
That's all right.
Obviously, they're trying to make this the next Pirates, so we're going to see a number of sequels probably.
Okay. Where can they take it, though?
Oh, you could do all kinds of little stories, all different little things they have to... All different little...
jaunts they can go on.
Yeah. Different little mysteries and stuff involving all different kinds of creatures and stuff.
I reckon they'll wear it pretty thin pretty quick.
Oh, they did with Pirates in about 4 films, so...
I reckon 2 films will do it for this.
I reckon you'll push 3, but I don't know.
Oh, do that and you risk it spoiling the whole thing.
They're going to try and make it in the franchise. It was key. This is why they pushed this movie so far. They just kept pushing because they knew it was going to be big and they knew its franchise potential. Anyway, it's crossed $100 million at the US box office this last week, which is pretty good considering it's pandemic times.
Yeah.
And they've obviously gone, well, if we open this in non-pandemic times, this would have been almost $1 billion hit.
Yep.
Oh, pardon me, probably. So they've gone, yeah, give it another one. Oh, pardon me, hiccups. By the time that's out, hopefully the world's fixed itself and the second one will be a hit. So anyway...
can only hope.
Dwayne Johnson's back for that. Emily Blunt's back for that, as is director Wam Colette-Serra. We've got another movie coming from Disney, The Rocketeer. They're rebooting The Rocketeer. David Oyelowo and his wife, Jessica Oyelowo, they're set to produce a reboot of the 1991 action-adventure flick The Rocketeer. It's going to be called The Return of the Rocketeer. Potential for Oyelowo to take the title role. Do you remember The Rocketeer? Have you seen The Rocketeer?
Yeah.
I like it. It's a good one, but it's one that is fairly unknown. It's a bit of another one of those like kind of cult ones that has only really picked up sort of a fan base maybe more recent years.
Yeah.
This one that was released under Touchstone. So Touchstone was the banner Disney would make either their more mature adult-focused films or movies they didn't think would perform that well. Stuff that they wanted to kind of distance from the Disney brand. back in the 80s, the 90s. But in more recent years, they've started branding it as a Disney film, as it's picked up more of a Disney...
Okay, yeah.
As it's picked up more of a fan base, and Disney kind of pushes the envelope with like PG-13 stuff now, like Pirates and Jungle Cruise and whatever. So it's more something that they can brand as Disney. Same thing they did with Roger Rabbit. That was never a Disney movie initially. So it's had that kind of cult resurgence. There's a kids animated series on Disney Plus. On Disney Junior, which looks pretty shit. But so they're going to do a second one. The Return of the Rocketeer. It's based on a 1980s comic book series, and it kind of plays homage to the serials of the 30s and 40s, kind of in the way that Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark did. Flash Gordon kind of thing, set in the 1940s, very Art Deco sort of design. I liked it. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with it, though. There you go.
I'm not going to...
No. Be like an Iron Man sort of thing, 1940s Iron Man. It's something you like. I think you like.
Maybe.
I like the original.
The original
movie.
one was okay. Not a huge fan of it, but
I think it'll be good. Maybe. Anyway, another film that's been announced, Expendables 4.
Oh, God.
Yeah, another Expendables is in the works. You've got Jason Statham, Dolph Lundgren, Randy Couture, and Sylvester Stallone have returned. None of the other 20, 30 other action stars that were in the last one.
Schwarzenegger.
No Schwarzenegger, no. So just those four, and they're being joined by 50 Cent, Megan Fox, and Tony Jaa. It's going to be directed by Scott Waugh, who directed Need for Speed.
Why do they have to go back to that? Well,
don't know.
Because the first one was okay.
I liked the first one, didn't watch any of the others. Yeah, there you go.
It's typical, they just get more and more crap as they went
on. Here's another big one. It's called Megalopolis. Megalopolis. Yeah, this is for Francis Ford Coppola. FFC, Francis Ford Coppola. This is a film. It's potentially going to star Oscar Isaac and Forrest Whitaker. It's a movie that he wrote in the 1980s, but kept sidelining it for other reasons. He kept getting distracted by other projects. He decided to finally start shooting it in 2000. So 20 years after he'd written the script. And they started shooting second unit on it. And so they were shooting in New York, Manhattan.
Yep.
And then September 11 happened.
Oh, God.
So he canned it.
And
now 20 years later, he's picking it up again. This is his passion project. He's wanted to make it his whole life. It's also set to star apparently Zendaya, Kate Blanchett, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jessica Lange.
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, said that one. James Caan. And who else did I say before? Forrest Whitaker. He's 82 years old now, Francis Ford Coppola. He just sold off a pretty substantial portion of his vineyard, or his holdings involved in his vineyard. And he's saying the studios don't really want to touch this because they're more into making the big Marvel movies and the big blockbusters. And if push comes to shove, he's going to fund it himself. And he insists it's probably going to take at least $100 million to make this film.
Oh, my God.
100 to 100 and, what did he say? 100 to 120 million or 112 million or something like that.
Out of your own pocket, that's a lot of money.
He says it's become like a religious war, in that it's not about anything logical. I think the big news here is I am still the same as I was 20 years ago or 40 years ago. I'm still willing to do the dream picture, even if I have to put up my own money, and I'm capable of putting up $100 million if I have to here. I don't want to, but I will do it if I have to. He famously did this with Apocalypse Now.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that had a hell of a production, and went well over budget, well over schedule. Martin Sheen had a heart attack while they were filming, and they had to postpone some shit and go back. And to finish the movie, he had to raise more money, and the banks were like, "We're not giving you any more money for this project." He mortgaged his house to pay for Apocalypse Now. And because no studio was interested in the movie, he got to retain the original negative for the film, and he's bled that thing to death over the last 40 years or whatever it's been, and has made the money back.
Take that sort of risk and put that sort of money up. You deserve to.
Yep, so now he's saying, I was the same as I was back then. If I got to put up $100 million of my own money, I'll fucking do it. This is his dream project. it's hard to tell what it's about. He says it's everyone wants to make the next Marvel movie. No one wants to make a picture that really talks to young people in a hopeful way, that we are in a position to get together and solve any problem thrown at us. This is what I believe, and it is what the theme of the picture really is. Utopia is talking about how we can make the society we live in solve these problems. I believe it's an exciting change from the kinds of movies we're being offered to the public, mainly because it puts forward a fundamental message that it's time for us to consider that the society we live in isn't the only alternative available to us, and that Utopia isn't so much a little experimental place in the country. Utopia is a discussion of people asking the right questions on the society we're living in is the only alternative, or if the sake of the... I don't know. There's no wonder a studio doesn't want to touch this.
Ooh,
I don't know what he's... I'm not quite sure what he's on about there, but the concept of the film is a Roman epic in the traditional Cecil B. DeMille or Ben-Hur way, but as told as a modern counterpart focusing on America. I don't get what it's about.
Sounds a bit convoluted to me.
Very pretentious.
Just a little bit.
Good on him. Put up your money, make your movie. I reckon Francis Ford, he's earned his right to. If he wants to at 80 years old, fucking good on him, and we will watch it.
And I'm sure $100 million is not going to send him broke.
No, I don't think so.
I'm sure he's got a little bit more than that.
I'm sure he probably has. It's a bit different to when he was like maybe 30 or 40 years old making Apocalypse Now, and he was probably didn't have a lot of money, had to mortgage his house.
Yeah, well, good on him for doing that, 'cause it's one of my favourite films.
Let's put some water there. So, yeah, there you go. Interested to find out about that. I understand why a studio probably doesn't want to touch it, but I'm keen. Keen to see it.
Well,
and if we can pull it together, good
he's
on
made
him.
some great stuff, so so why not?
There you go. Okay, a couple of movies that are headed to Apple TV quickly before we round things out because we're coming up to time today.
Sorry, that $100 million.
Yeah.
He's only got a net worth at about 3.6 billion.
Really? Jesus.
That's what it says. This is Forbes.
Yeah.
Forbes this year, the magazine has him pegged at $3.6 billion.
Christ.
So $100 million pocket money.
Well, they're trying to say, he's sold off a portion of his vineyard holdings so he can pay for the movie now. Well,
maybe that's why he's done it.
Well, it's the same, but if you got 3.6...
Doesn't want to tip into his savings.
Oh, yeah, true.
His superannuation.
Anyway, Apple TV has got a couple of good movies coming to us very soon. They're really, really investing in these high-profile movies with high-profile actors at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
There's one coming out called Ghosted, which stars Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson. Of course, Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff teaming up again. It's from director Dexter Fletcher, who directed Rocket Man. He directed
Eddie
the Eagle. He also directed portions of Bohemian Rhapsody after Bryan Singer, for some reason, I don't know if he's kicked off the project or something happened, but anyway, Dexter Fletcher came in and finished it off. It's written by Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who are the scribes behind Deadpool and Zombieland. It's described as a high-concept romantic action-adventure in the vein of Romancing the Stone.
That'll be right.
Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Be a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Action, comedy, romance.
I think they both know how to pick a script.
Yeah, I think so. Done some great stuff
That'd be
recently.
interesting.
We've also got one called Raymond and Ray coming from Apple TV+. Ewan McGregor and Ethan Hawke are set to star. It's about half-brothers Raymond and Ray who have lived in the shadow of their terrible father. Somehow they retain a sense of humour, and his funeral allows them to reinvent themselves with anger, pain, folly, and definitely grave digging. It's going to be written and directed by Rodrigo Garcia. Mostly done television stuff. He did one for HBO called In Treatment. Wrote, directed, developed it. Apparently it's very good. It's about... I can't remember who starred in that. I think it was Gabriel Byrne as a psychiatrist, and I think they aired 4 episodes a week or 5 episodes a week, and each episode was a different patient.
Yeah.
So you could either watch all 5 episodes and get this whole story of this psychiatrist talking to his 5 patients, or you could just watch each individual person. So you could just go, I'm just going to watch the Wednesday night episode with Bob, I'm going to watch the Bob storyline. They had like these 5 storylines going at once. You could either just pick which storyline you wanted to watch or watch the whole thing or So apparently it's very cool. I think they've just rebooted that actually for HBO Max. I think it's a female-led thing now. I can't remember who the actress is that's in it though. But yeah, it's something that I've been really interested to have a look at. But there you go. So those 2 movies are coming to Apple TV Plus soon. That one sounds okay.
Yeah, it was all right. Ewan McGreggor and Ethan. I like Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Quite underrated, I reckon.
Ethan Hawke is going to be in the new Moon Knight, which is another Marvel series for Disney Plus with Oscar Isaac. Ethan Hawke has said many times he's not interested in superhero stuff, has no interest. Apparently, Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac live in the same neighborhood, and they bumped into each other at the coffee shop one day, and they're just talking, oh, what are you up to, whatever, and Oscar Isaac was like, I'm doing Moon Knight for Disney, do you want to be in it? He's like, yeah, sure.
But didn't know what it was, probably.
Well, no, apparently he knew, but he just wanted to work with Oscar Isaac. They just wanted to work together. They're like, oh, yeah, I'll do it. Why not? So it looks pretty cool. So they're shooting that at the moment. Very keen to see that one. All right. I don't really have too many subscriber questions. We'll just do a couple because we're running late today. So
yeah, all right, cool. Okay, so first one comes from Faith and Misery.
Yeah.
What do you think of the upcoming 4K Criterion release for... Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What do you think of the upcoming 4K Criterion release of Citizen Kane and Menace to Society?
Criterion Collection, one of the boutique labels I collect. Quite expensive. The cheapest I can get them for is about $30 each. They've finally done... Yeah, they usually be like $45. Maybe sometimes I can get them for like maybe... What is it? Like 2 for 4? Maybe 2 for... Maybe I pay like maybe $25, $30 for them. They're usually like $40, $50. They've just finally jumped into 4K. A couple of the first 2 titles that they're going to put in 4K is Citizen Kane, Menace to Society, and Mulholland Drive. Pretty cool. I'm excited to see. It's always good to see more 4K in the market, but get a load of the prices.
Yeah.
Because it's a Criterion Collection. They can charge whatever the fuck they want.
Exactly.
Mulholland Drive is going to be about $90 Australian.
Really?
Yeah, you can't buy them here. You got to import them, but given the exchange rates, it's about $95 for that one. Citizen Kane. Now, let me double check on this, but the Citizen Kane is like a massive box set. It's got like 5 or 6 discs. It's got a movie on 4K, Blu-ray, bunch of special features, all that kind of stuff. It's in like a digipack, so nice cardboard packaging. It costs 114 Australian dollars.
Oh, gee.
Not even anything that... Look at the cover of it. It's just a plain black cover with a big K on it. And it's literally just going to be like a digipack. It's not like a big box set. It's just like 5 or 6 discs, 4K, $114.
No.
I will not be doing that.
No.
No way. I thought, yeah, you know what, I might pick it up if it's like reasonably cheap, but there's no way I'm spending that much money on an individual movie.
They're not going to sell that at that price.
Oh, they will. Collectors will pay mad money. But I'd love to see Kane on 4K. Not a movie I love. I think it would look beautiful. I've got the Blu-ray. It looks beautiful, so I'm not in a rush.
I think it's an overrated film myself.
Well, not really if you watch it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's very... particularly for the time it was made, to give someone who's like 25 years old complete reign over a picture and what he established with it, it's very, very good. But it's you got to look at for the time that it was made in. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I appreciate the achievements of it. But I won't be paying that. Like if it's a Warner Brothers film, so they've licensed it to Criterion. I reckon Warner Brothers will do their own like bare bones version at some point. Surely, I don't know.
You'd think that.
I'd buy that. I'd buy the cheap version. Not that. That's too much. No.
Unless they want to send one to you.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, I can't get those ones. No. But Menace to Society. Don't really know anything about that movie. I'd like to see Mulholland Drive on 4K. That's a movie that has distribution by Studio Canal here in Australia, who's under Sony Pictures. And a lot of the stuff that goes to Criterion overseas gets just a standard bare-bones Studio Canal release here, particularly under their Classics Remastered line. So I think they'll just eventually end up releasing that here on 4K, and I'll buy that.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I'm keen to see, but they're just too expensive to buy. I won't be buying Criterion 4Ks at that price.
No way in the world.
No way.
Okay, next one. Mr. Josh
Yep.
wants to know, with Marvel's What If being so popular right now, would you like to see Disney Plus make similar series from Star Wars or Disney Animation? What would be some cool scenarios to explore?
Well, they're actually making one called, is it called Star Wars Visions? I think, yeah, it's a similar thing, but it's an anime. It's like a Star Wars anime. Star Wars anthology series that will see some of the world's best anime creators bring their talent to the beloved universe. It's like little one-shot stories. Each episode has a different animator. It looks pretty cool. So I feel like that's kind of the Star Wars equivalent there anyway. I'd love to see exploration of just all kinds of eras of Star Wars. Prequels, between the prequels and the sequels, after the sequels. Or the originals, and I'd like to see him jump around. Disney one would be interesting, kind of a Disney anthology series, kind of like that game, Kingdom Hearts, where all the Disney characters sort of come together under like I don't really know. They go through all these different lands and all these different Disney characters, and they all team up and stuff. That'd be pretty cool to see as like a what do you call it? Like an anthology series? I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Yeah.
Sherry Lawrence.
Yep.
I dreamt that if Margot Robbie were given the role that requires her to shave her entire head. My God. That requires her to shave her entire head and kicking a lot of butt, I would love to see it happen. What do you think of that? I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like that much of a concept to me.
Oh, but Margie would look pretty
She
hot.
look great.
With balls.
She look great, yeah. But, yeah.
Makes your mind wander, though.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know where that question come from, but I thought I'd throw that one in there.
Yeah, it's...
Let me picture a movie. Pitching a movie to the studio. Margot Robbie is bald and kicking a lot of butt. We'll take it. Who knows?
The only problem is Margot Robbie develops most of her own stuff these days.
She does, yeah.
So she'd have to be up for it.
Yeah, exactly right.
She'd be the one pitching it, probably.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's all the questions that we've got in this week. And at that, it is the end of the show. Thanks so much to everybody who's written in, the various segments, etc., etc. Thanks for listening. I'm going to go relax now. The podcast, of course, goes out every single Monday on all the major podcasting platforms. That includes Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, Amazon, and Audible. The visual element is also available on YouTube. That goes out 2 days earlier. That goes out on the same day, but it goes out 2 days earlier to Patreon supporters over at patreon.com/DaveLeeDownUnder. You can go over there and sign up for as little as $1 a month. $1. Of course, don't forget the video podcasts are on their own separate channel. So go over there, subscribe, watch, get all those stats up. You can find me on YouTube at Dave Lee Down Under, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, links in the bottom of every podcast. If you want to write in the show, you can shoot an email at davelee@gmail.com. If you're listening on the podcast platforms, please leave a review and a rating. It helps.
Just good ones.
Just the good ones.
Hate bad ones.
Yes, just the good ones.
Say it all the time.
Yeah. YouTube preview. Last week, I loaded my Elmer Fudd Evolution. Some cartoon news about the new Looney Tunes movie that's just been announced. Black Widow Blu-ray details video I did. Probably one of the very last ones of them I'm ever going to do. No one cares anymore. No one cares about Blu-rays. The biggest Blu-ray videos for me used to be the Disney ones, and now Disney Plus. Everyone gets it for free. No one cares.
Yeah.
And those who do watch, the comments are flooded with, I'm just going to watch it on Disney Plus for free. What do I want to buy it for?
Exactly.
So there's no point in me really doing these anymore, unfortunately. Cinderella, I reviewed the Camila Cabello film. Go and check out my review of that if you like. There's also a new Blu-ray DVD haul update on there. I've also just recently done a great collaboration with Lydia from The Simpsons Theory on YouTube. I did the evolution of Duffman. Oh yeah. I just did like a little voice part for her. I had a lot of fun doing that, so go over and check that out. I'm going to get her to help me out on a video very soon. I've got to try and think of something. I'm not too sure what yet. It's got to be some Simpsons kind of thing. But I'll have her along for a video very, very soon. This week, I'm going to have my Elmer Fudd voice evolution is going to go up. And then after that, probably nothing substantial. The Fast 9 Blu-ray review and probably some cartoon news. But I really have to get on to the next evolution if I want it out by the end of the month, because I haven't even started on it yet.
And who is the next one?
should I say it?
No.
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to. I'll review it.
Try and trick you up.
Yeah, no, it's an evolution. It may not necessarily be a cartoon evolution. We might be diving back into the pop culture evolution. That's a little hint. We'll see. It's going to be a big risk, I know it, but we're going to give it a go. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks, old mate Rick, for joining me again.
Thanks, Dave.
And thanks, everybody out there for
Thanks for listening.
Yes, we'll see you on the next one.
Take care and stay safe.
And get vaxxed.
Yes. Get the jab.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.